folks. Happy Monday. Oh my goodness, I have the wrong page open. I just noticed. Oh, we're gonna go. There we go, the Go Wallguard gaming screen. You guys probably can't see it very well, but I like to throw the website up in the background instead of my email. You guys can read all my awesome emails later. How you doing, Sean? Yeah, I think you might be first. We had a follow. So Stream Elements reported a follow. Unfortunately, it broke, and it didn't give the username of the user who followed. So, but I think, yeah, you're the first to comment in the chat, so thanks for joining. I'm doing well. Doing pretty good. Becca's at a concert tonight. I guess Green Day and a couple other folks are up at the T-Mobile Park up in Seattle. So, it's going good. I was playing with Dog a lot today. He's downstairs sleeping. Thank goodness, finally, because holy moly. As you know, like a few streams ago, he was ripping stuff off my desk, so yeah, it's a bit of a rip. I'm a little sad because I'm the one who made that bot work. Well, I made it work, and it's clearly not working now, so I don't know. I need to fix it. Whatever. It's fine. It's all gonna work out in the end. See who else we got here. I'm not sure who's gonna join in tonight. I know this is a bit different. We don't we've started doing Mondays recently, but we don't do it too often. So yeah, the Doge stole the cat bed. I love that clip. It's a pretty good one. Unfortunately, I just wish it had the dog a little more prominently, because I think it would have made it into the weekly wrap up had it featured the dog a little better, but it's okay. Anyway, tonight we have a bit of a gift. I love this game. I've played a lot of this game, probably more of this game than I should play. It's Kerbal Space Program. I have like almost 1,000 hours on record on this save, on this well, not on this save, but on this device, PC. Which probably isn't that much, but it's actually one of my most played games in Steam, so that's pretty cool. So we're going to play some Kerbal Space Program, because Kerbal Space Program is how you test how good your computer is. Although we're going to probably be doing a career save, so I don't think we'll be having unlimited parts or funds. But you know what? It's fine. I really wanted to play this. I've been wanting to play this on stream. I just haven't had a night that I kind of wanted to do it. The cat bed doesn't like existence. I know, it does. It does. All you just see the barely side of his ear, and just boom, gone. And I was like, and that's all we saw. So the cat bed just flies off the table. Hey, Storgoat, how you doing? Yep, I'll pretend you're not there after I acknowledge your existence. How you doing? Enjoy the strip. Have an awesome night. I hope you and your family have a great time. I'm not sure exactly who's there, but if you're there by yourself, have a good time. If you're not there by yourself, you and your family have a good time. Enjoy. And I'll be here. And if there's anything you need, let me know. So I will do my best to help you out while you're gone if Vinny can't handle it. But Vinny is more than capable, so hopefully he won't need too much help. But we have man, it's a bummer you won't be on tonight, though, because I'm playing a game that you may have never seen before. And here it is. I'm going to switch over to it now. Also, if my power goes out, I'm very sorry. We had a power flicker about 10 minutes before I went live, and my monitors turned off. But my but my computer stayed on, which awesome. I'm glad that works, at least. That's a good quote. I like that. I'll pretend you're not here after acknowledging your existence. It's an awesome quote. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't a great quote. Alright, so I don't think I have... Yeah, I don't have any save. I just deleted them a little while ago because it's been ages since I've played. Whoa! Sorry, my cats just went tearing by me on the run. They're chasing each other right now. Alright, let's see. Let's call it the Kerbal Ascension Collective. That sounds totally awesome. KAC? Sure, why not? Sandbox is obviously fun, but science and career They have kind of slow starts, so I'm not sure what I want to play. I don't know. What do you think, Sean? I'll defer to you. We'll play whichever mode you would like. I just stroke trying to spell acknowledge. Yeah, I just had a mini stroke trying to spell ascension, so I got it though, I think. I hope. Basically the 3 modes, we have sandbox, which is everything's available. Yeah. Science is you have to unlock stuff from a tech tree, and career is you have to unlock stuff from the tech tree and you have a budget. So you have to do contracts and stuff. So I do like science mode. Obviously the best flag in the game is the I like the Winter Owl flag. I don't know why, I just do. I think it looks cool. Alright, we'll do that. Right on, and then yada yada yawn. Oh, oops, I already clicked career. It's alright. Career it is. Career is science with extra difficulty, is all it is. Oh, as long as we have... Hopefully, let's check the settings and make sure I have normal. Yeah, okay, perfect. Normal difficulty's good. That's what we want. The reason is because we want to be able to use quick saves. Because in my mind, it's not cheating, because this game is buggy enough that it will just kick you out. Rolling line. I have not heard of rolling line. Let's head to the mission control, and we'll just grab we'll grab collect scientific data from Kerbal and launch our first vessel. Those are 2 great contracts to have in the beginning, because your first ship will basically count as that. Let's see, vehicle assembly building. It's a big blurb about how it works, so I'm just gonna click OK. You guys could read it. You know, I've played this game so many times, it's not even funny. Oh gosh, cats. One of them almost crashed into the tripod. Whew. Thank goodness. Oh yeah, and yada yada yawn. Before we continue too far, I'm gonna throw the Discord down there. You know, in case someone's lurking and wants to check out our Discord and see what it's all about. Yeah, we'll do a Mark 1 command pod. I like the look of the Mark 1s better. Obviously, we need a parachute, right? 'Cause, you know, that'd be a very bad day if we didn't have a parachute. As for parts, we're really limited in the beginning. We barely have any parts. We don't even have antennas or anything. We do have these science junior units, so we're gonna go ahead and put 2 of them on. I guess we could put 3. There's no harm in putting 3. Yeah, we'll do 3. Cool. And then, of course, we'll throw a rocket engine on. And we're gonna bring the thrust limiter down, because it just kind of goes crazy in the beginning. So we can bring it down to like probably like 25%, and that does 1.6. Because if we leave it, the thrust to weight ratio is like 6.4. So our Kerbal's gonna get like 12 Gs at the end of the burn, because the craft won't weigh hardly anything. And I don't want to put that guy have him subjected to like 12 Gs of force. That doesn't sound fun. Alright, check your staging. So this game is all about checking your staging. If your parachute and your motor are on the same stage, then your parachute will deploy when your motor lights up, and that's no good. Oh, here we go. Rolling Line is a model railroad. Oh. Is a model railroading game. You quite literally build your own layouts. Download trains, layouts from Workshop. It's a really good game. Always wanted to build your own. It's a cheaper way to do it. That sounds awesome. I'm not gonna lie, because I have downstairs in the garage, I have some model train stuff. It's all N scale, and I got a ton of it at a garage sale years ago. It's something I've always wanted to do, and I don't have the space to do it yet. But it only takes up a box or 2, and it's in the garage. And one day I will have the space to do it, and I'm really excited. Hey, Mortal, how you doing? Yeah, we're playing KSP tonight. It's something that I have not played on stream before, and I'm very excited to play it because it is one of my favorite games of all time. Let's start some of those on there so we don't, you know, hurt ourselves. We're gonna call it the Flea one because of course we are. It's the Flea one. And who are we gonna put in? Well, Jebediah, of course. Oh, he's already in there. Let's check our cargo out. He's got an EVA pack. We won't need that. We are playing in career mode, so we want to save as much money as possible. He won't need the EVA pack. He probably won't even need the parachute, but I will keep the parachute on him. Just because he's going to be kind of hanging out in here. Oh, yes. I love the ragdolls as well. Especially when you're, like, trying to land on min-miss with an EVA pack, and you're going down really slow, but you're going forward, like, 200 meters a second, and you use the Kerbal's face to brake. So you just apply the Kerbal's face to the ground lightly and skate to a stop on the planet's surface. That's how you save fuel. These guys, and these Kerbals, they're basically invincible. They're really hard to kill. Yes, you are. Please do DM me a screenshot of that. I would be very interested in just seeing kind of what the game's like. All right, let's do it. We saved. Let's launch. And I've got some cold brew like coffee. I don't know. Becca made it this morning. It's pretty good. We've got some cold coffee because I have to stay up kind of late tonight. I have to go pick her up later. She's at a concert right now. All right, so when starting out in career mode, obviously, we want to just run as much science right here on the launch pad as we can. We're going to do a crew report, and then we're going to do a science report. We're going to EVA. We're going to take an EVA report. Yep. And then we're going to take and store. There we go. All right, so that's the... Well, I don't know if it's an army tradition for cold coffee, but, you know, possibly. I think the army tradition is rippets and probably like, I don't know, what else? What's the snack? Like, I guess my girlfriend worked at 7-Eleven for a while, kind of near the base, and she said that a lot of people would come in and get churros. So maybe churros? I don't know. Cold coffee. That's a National Guard thing, though, definitely, because we're very snarky. Yes, Copenhagen. That's it. You got it. That's correct. I don't know why I didn't think of that. All right, we're gonna take a crew report, and we'll take a mystery goo while we're flying. Definitely Copenhagen. Yeah, I almost Yeah, NTC. Our unit was supposed to go, and so people were stocking up for that, like Copenhagen and cigarettes and all kinds of stuff, and then we ended up not doing it. So, oh, fantastic! I figured with Sierra Mike 091, I was kind of thinking, you know, Sierra Mike. That's the phonetic alphabet. So I was assuming some kind of connection there. Well, welcome. We appreciate you hanging out here. MN. If I'm not mistaken, that's Minnesota. Is that correct? Please, oh gosh, please don't let me embarrass myself. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think that's Minnesota. Oh man, because ME is Maine. ME is Maine. Uh-oh. Oh, where'd my mouse go? Oh, there it is. All right. I was wondering why it wasn't working. And we'll just time warp. Oh, that's okay. All right, here we go. To the surface. We're gonna splash down and get some more science. I love this game. You know the pain. Oh, got transferred to another company because you were not deployable at the time that 34th ID was deploying. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, that sucks. I went to Afghanistan in 2016 and 17, and we had a guy in our group. It was a small group of like 15 people. And we had one guy who was not deployable, and it almost broke our hearts, because up until that point we had all been like, oh, we're gonna go together, like it's gonna be our group thing, and unfortunately he was unable to go with us, and we were all very sad about it. But other than that, it was a good experience. And I still haven't ever gotten to go to NTC. Unfortunately, we were right when I was supposed to go to NTC is when COVID really started to ramp up. All right, let's take the EVA report, and we'll store that, and then we're gonna do this. Oh, we have to board because we have to get a crew report from the water. And what a thing. Oh, we're actually on the shores, not in the ocean. Interesting. If you say so. Perfect. And that's it. And so we'll recover the vessel, take the science. Army and Minnesota. Okay, good. MN is. Phew. Yeah, well, it's like this one time, I can't remember, but I was on stream and it was I don't even remember the city, but somebody said they were from a city in Europe, and I said it was in the wrong country. So I was thinking, oh, they said they were from Stockholm, and for some reason I was thinking of Amsterdam, and I'm not sure why. And so, yeah, I mistakenly gave the wrong information on stream, and looked like a total American in front of the world. Right on. Okay, perfect. You sent 8 screens. That's okay. That's okay. We'll look at him in a bit. NPC with the anti... Oh. Oh, man. Let's see. Stockholm, Alaska. Yeah, I've not heard of that one. Where's Stockholm, Alaska at? The 34th ID's first to go back after COVID, and was pretty horrible. I can imagine it's kind of thrown a wrench in everything, you know? Let's hit the Research and Development Center. Like, for us, we had, we're gonna grab these liquid fuel parts. We had like a food bank mission that went on, and I mean, it's probably not, it wasn't necessarily a bad thing to have masks on when we're handling food for people, but it kind of sucked. Like, it was hard work, especially when you're, you know, it was a bit uncomfortable, but we definitely made it through it, and it's a necessary evil, so it is what it is. Hopefully it's done soon. I really am not looking forward to another winter of spiking COVID rates and, you know, lockdowns and all that stuff. So hopefully it kind of levels itself out and people stop getting sick, but unfortunately I'm not convinced that's going to happen. But other than that, that's kind of all I got to say on that. So keep my fingers crossed. Oh, we don't have enough to upgrade that, so we will leave that alone. And we will head back to the vehicle. Oh, no, we won't. We're going to check our contracts first. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I could see that. Like, it depends what you're doing. Like, there's definitely some high attrition tasks where it's a, you know, it's a little uncomfortable, but I'm surprised. It seems to me that it would, like, the risk to you guys at NTC would be to the point where they would just say, okay, just stand far apart. You know what I mean? Because I can only imagine the heat cats coming from full kit, 110 degrees, and, you know, having the mask on too. But it's the army. Let's see. We'll do escape the atmosphere, because I think I can do that on this mission. And the next one we'll do, I don't think I'm going to orbit yet. Test the Mark 16 parachute. That's a little higher than I like to deploy parachutes. But we could do this. I want something that gives us a lot of money, though. Oh, that gives us an advance. So does all of these. Yeah, okay, we'll just do the orbit mission. Alright, back out. Sanjay closed the game and realized you don't know. I'm sorry. I know, I took some screenshots in No Man's Sky the other day, and I still don't know where they are. The folders are all kinds of messed up for Steam, so it's probably my own fault, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay, we're going to, instead, we are going to do liquid fuel. We probably don't even need a heat shield, but we're going to put one on it. And we're going to throw a decoupler on because this is the future. And we're going to just throw... We'll do 2 of these because I think this will be our upper stage engine. Oh, nice. There's some new skin. Oh, there's new skins for the engine. Oh, that's awesome. You know what that means. I mean, I like the engine as much as the next guy, but we could just do that and make it so that it's not so obnoxious. Yeah, you can clip parts in the game, which is obviously the best. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, and then for the lower stages, we have new rocket boosters. These are SRBs, solid rocket boosters. So we're obviously gonna throw those down, and then we're gonna throw maybe 3. Maybe 3 will help us get to orbit. We have these cool... Oh no. Oh, our rocket is actually too heavy. So what if we just take off one of the science kits? No, we're just gonna have to down this to 2, I think. Yeah, perfect, that'll do. How much weight do we have left? Well, we still have 4 tons we can put on. Do we have enough? We do have a thermometer, so we can put a thermometer on it, which is great. And then we can put this barometer on as well. And that will allow us to collect just a little bit more information about the atmosphere. And then we have these big winglets, which actually are really good for so you don't flip over while you're flying, because a craft like this will try to flip over. Alright, we're pretty close on our weight still, but that should do. Oh, had to call ceasefire during the live fire. Oh no. Oh man. Heat cat. 3 heat cats were airlifted. Buried in ice. Oh my gosh. That's brutal. Holy moly. It's okay, I'm a hog as well. I'm an intel guy. I have a lot of respect for ground guys. I have a lot of respect for the people out there risking their lives, getting shot at, shooting. I have no desire to be one. Absolutely no desire to be one. I will do the most of my ability to make sure everyone is safe and well informed so that I can continue to do my desk job. That is A-okay with me. And pretty much everyone I've met is okay with that. You always run into 1 or 2 of the ground guys who, you know, kind of have like a complex about them, but for the most part, I have almost all of the actual combat folks I've ever met who knew what I did, for the most part, were totally okay and not like overly strange about it, you know what I mean? I guess I'm trying to explain it in a way that makes sense. Not everyone can be a bang bang, you know. Some people there needs to be people behind to run everything. We need to go upper faster with less explosions too. Hey, it gets blue sometimes, but sometimes it's red and sometimes it's orange, and that's just the way it is. So, you know, deal with it. But yeah, that's us. That's how that goes. I actually really like being intel. It's a blast. They don't. So we're having a lot of issues right now getting people to join. Like getting people to to want to be intel, right? Because it's not something that a lot of people understand what it is. But one of the things that I like about it so much is that everyone gets to know what we're doing. But pursuing a career in military intelligence, I get to know why we're doing stuff, which is really cool. And that is probably like my favorite part of being an intel soldier. It's just that I get to have a bit broader understanding of the reasons why things happen. Now, obviously, I definitely don't know a whole heck of a lot about really anything, but I feel like I know enough. Crew report. We're going to take the crew report. So I usually try and pressure people to at least consider it as a career option every chance I get. So I absolutely love it. You get to be a TC officer. Well, I'm sorry that they said that you needed to do something else, but hopefully you are a fantastic TC officer. And, you know, again, they needed TC officers. And what the Army needs, the Army gets. Okay, let's take a look at the map. Oh. Silly me. I way overshot. Let's see how close we can get to a full orbit. Probably not very. Yeah, not very. That's okay. We can take our second mystery goo. And we can take our second crew report. Oh, no, we can't. Can we EVA? We can't EVA yet. So actually, we're better off just ditching the upper stage here in space because we don't have enough money to EVA. So we're just going to turn ourselves retrograde and re-enter the atmosphere with our heat shield. Oh, you're good. Don't worry about it, Sean. It is a-okay. Worst case, absolute worst case, I just have to download the game and look at it. Breaking news. Intel tries hand at field artillery. Overshoots the target and is declared too good to be in field artillery. As opposed to what, undershooting it? I feel like not hitting the target, no matter if it's over or under, is not a good thing. But I suppose it's better to be over than under, maybe? Because I mean, yeah. See, but the problem with Intel, though, is we would, instead we would just say, oh, well, we would rather, you know, not go in the field at all. Is there a way to do the field artillery from a computer? Because, you know, that's the best way to do it. Yeah. Yeah, there's been some interesting... I can't imagine it's an easy job, though. Like, I mean, you know, the guy back there lobbing the shell, like, that's one thing, right? Like, he doesn't know where that's going, per se. It's all mathematics, and I don't understand it. But the hardest part, in my mind, would be the forward observer, like, because that's where I feel like that's where the majority of, not the responsibility, that's not quite a right word, but, like, the majority of the operations and how it works is where that all breaks down, if it does. I can't imagine that's an easy job. I suspect it's pretty stressful. But I don't know. I don't actually know. Alright, we're going to EVA. We're going to take the data and store it, and then we're going to take an EVA report. And then we'll board it, and we'll take a crew report. And then, oh, sorry, I should have done this. And we'll take the data, we'll log the pressure data. Oh, we can't. We have to take the data. Okay. We'll board, and then the last thing we'll do is we'll log the ocean temperature and the ocean pressure. The goal of the game is to get as much science as possible. That's the main consideration right now. Buddy of yours was OCS at... Buddy of yours at OCS was prior field artillery. Ran through basic, call for fire on field artillery. The math they have to do... Okay. Wow. Yeah, I suspect, like, that's one of the things I was wondering is the mathematics behind it. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably a very math-heavy... You know, I'm sure they get a lot of, like, oh, they're just lobbing shells out of the place. But, like, it's probably an extremely technical job. Actually, anything in the Army is probably a little over-technical. If anything, the Army has a problem keeping things from becoming too technical, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it means that sometimes we get a little bogged down. Okay, so I still have to orbit. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this one. It's an easy contract. Well, I'm glad. I hope he was definitely capable of doing the mathematics. Because I don't know if I would be. I can't do math on the fly. I need a calculator. I'm not gonna lie, I need a calculator. Alright, we want basic science. That has the science junior, which is an awesome part. Flight control, well, oh yeah, we can't afford anything else, actually. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I could add, but yeah, you make a good point. It's probably like trigonometry. It's not even like math. It's not just like solve for x, where 2x equals 6. It's like full-on trig, and that's probably pretty hard. Oh yeah, we all, you know, give each other a bunch of guff for our jobs. It's all in good nature, though. At least 98% of the time it is. Okay, we are gonna grab another parachute, because of course we are. We have bigger fuel tanks now, which is great, because we do need them. Oh, actually, before we do that, we are gonna upgrade the launch pad, because I need to be able to launch heavier vehicles. The current weight is only 18 tons, and we need to bump that up. The next thing is I could upgrade vehicle assembly building to support more parts, but I barely have enough money. That would only give me like 7 grand to launch the next rocket. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to upgrade the launch pad. We're going to call that good. My goal before the night's over is to land on, well, obviously Moon and Minmus. Those are pretty easy. We should be able to do that in not too long, a few minutes. But ultimately would be to like maybe even get to Duna and back before the night's over. Okay, let's get a science junior on board. That's a great piece of scientific equipment. And then we will go ahead and just trying to figure out the best layout. I don't like my rockets to be like, no, I don't. I want to make the rocket so that it's not, they're easier to control in my opinion when they're not as long and they're like wider instead. So we'll just plop these two on couplers actually. And then do we have, oh, we don't have fuel lines yet though. No, never mind, we won't do that. We don't have the fuel lines yet. So we're just gonna plop these two. It's fine. The craft will still work. It's just not ideal. We're gonna use a swivel. The Reliant is technically more efficient, but the swivel has gimbal. It's fine. We'll just... Okay, and then what we'll do for the decoupler is we'll go ahead and grab ourselves another stage here. We'll do a liquid fuel 4 stage with maybe a Reliant, and then we'll just do these solid rocket booster sides. And actually, we want to change it. I like to have them on the sides that are going to be level with the flight plane. We'll just grab these and pull these down just a... Perfect. Alright, hold on. I'm about to read your OCS comment. Give me 2 seconds here. Grab those, and then we'll just put these two like so. Oh, oops, I screwed up. One more. Perfect. And then what I do like to do is, this is not really necessary, but I like to just do that on the tops. And the reason is that way, when I decouple them, because these fins are pointing away, the boosters will split away from the stage and it won't crash into it. I do like to do that at the tops of my stages. We have to be careful though, because we're close on parts. We can only hold one more part. Really? Only one? Okay, well then we'll go ahead and we're gonna cut the 4 boosters for Actually, no. We're going to cut these two and keep the 4 on this part. That should be fine. And then we'll do... That way we can use our extra to hold a few science experiments. So we'll put 1 mystery goo on here. And we'll just pop that, like, I don't know, right? And then we'll put the barometer again and the thermometer again. And that's a max. Now we're maxed out on parts. We could put an antenna on, but I don't have enough parts to do that. I could take these nose cones off, actually. We'll take the nose cones off. Don't need them. It technically will help us a little bit. It'll help us get just a little bit more, like, distance. But that's okay. We'll just do that. And then that'll actually allow us to put 1 more mystery goo on. Which isn't a bad idea, because unless I put the scientist on board. So if I put the scientist on board, then he can get out and stuff, but... Okay, sorry. Alright. Fun part of OCS as well, for you anyway. This is the Flea 3. Oh, check stage. Wait. What have I done? Oh, did I put too many parts on? Oh, that's why. Because I accidentally had these on symmetry mode. So it actually placed mini. Perfect. Let's see. Master's level course in American military history. Took time to ensure we understood. During World War II, the Germans got very good at picking off the forward observers. Oh, wow. Attached to the unit. So the army said, make everyone a forward observer. I mean, that's not a bad solution. And that makes sense, because artillery was, like, one of the more devastating pieces that the United States had during the war. Interesting. I didn't know that. That's kind of a neat piece of trivia. Let's launch this puppy. This is the Kerbal nuclear program. Just kidding. It's the Kerbal Space Program. Although KSP2 is coming out soon, and I am very excited for it. Okay, here we go. We're gonna throttle all the way up, and actually, we're gonna go ahead. We'll leave the central stage off. We should have enough thrust in the side boosters that we don't really need it. The nice thing is we do have gimbal, so even though we don't have any thrust vectoring on our craft at all, we have just a little bit of reaction wheel control from the command pod. But that is going to use battery power to do that. So it's a 3-week course, but it's a master level, so that's pretty condensed, huh? It's a lot, actually, that's a lot to have to learn in kind of a short amount of time. So until we can EVA in space, space provides the most science of any of the locations that you go. So I could run this mystery goo unit on the ground, but then I wouldn't be able to run it in space. So until we have the availability to EVA in outer space, I'm going to go ahead and save all my science experiments for space. Hopefully we have enough to orbit this time. I would love to have enough delta V to orbit the planet. That's why I'm taking a pretty aggressive descent profile. We're leaning over quite a bit already. Just trying to maximize the amount of fuel that I'll have here in a second to go to orbit. Alright, here we go. Start leaning over now because if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I need to upgrade my tracking station, but it looks like we are definitely high up enough now. Okay, Delta V, ISP thrust start, and uh-oh. We don't have the availability to see all that information about our altitude and all that stuff. Well, it's okay. We're just gonna take the engine and light them up right here. Now that we're just barely in orbit, let's see if we have enough Delta V to get around this planet. Okay, we could maximize our burn roughly up here, which would actually help us out, I think. Oh, birth effect-wise speaking, it should take less delta V. So we'll just hold on for a second, and we'll take some science while we're up here. I'm trying to orbit the planet, because that will allow us to, here we go. That will allow us to fulfill a contract that we didn't have a second ago. Alright. Really? History is one of the 3 that causes a recycle, huh? That's crazy to me that history is the biggest chunk of recycle. That is not what I would have expected. You can... Okay, that's fine, Sean. Yeah, you can just send them on your phone. Worst case, again, like, I definitely don't mind. You could, or I don't know if you have the game, because if you have the game, you could also, like, just record a few moments and send it via, like, OBS or upload it. But either way, it's a-okay, because, I will probably end up getting it, actually. It sounds pretty fun. One of my other favorite games to play is one called City Skylines, which is like a city builder. Alright, we just need to make sure we have enough fuel left over that we don't crash. Dang it. Not quite able to orbit. Just barely not enough fuel to orbit. We're going to land on the... Look, we're technically... It says we're in orbit, right? But if you look, we're actually inside the atmosphere right here. So we're not going to have quite enough to orbit. We're going to hit the atmosphere right here, and we're going to start slowing down. So unfortunately, we didn't quite make it, but that's okay. Our next mission, we will definitely be able to. And actually, if we jettison... Oh, we can't jettison. I messed up. I put this on the other side. Oh, no. Well, that's Kerbal Space Program for you. I messed up. Alright, we're just gonna skip ahead. And then we need to be quick. We need to... Once we hit the atmosphere, we need to... Oh, we can't even EVA an atmosphere. Okay, so we need to land this without blowing up this component right here. Which is not going to be easy, actually. Unfortunately, we're landing on the dark side of the planet. I'll at least turn on the capsule light so you guys can see that. Sorry, it's... Wow. I didn't realize how hard it is to see. Hold on. Let's see if we can, like... There's a setting for brightness to turn, like, brightness up. Nope. Wait. Nope. Okay. What's this? Wait. I just saw it. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Ambient light booster. Boom. We're gonna apply that. Yeah, there it is. Okay, we don't need that much ambient light, though. We'll just do a little bit, like maybe 43%. And then we'll pop a little bit in the map and the editor, too. And then that'll just... There we go. Now you guys can see, at least. Even though it's nighttime, you can see it. Oh, yeah, I guess that's true, Sierra Mike. I didn't think that. So, master's level course in 8 weeks, or 8 sessions, I mean. So, like, that is pretty condensed. That's not a lot of time to memorize that information. And it's 120 questions covering all of U.S. military history. Yeah, I could see that being kind of difficult then. But I guess maybe I'm biased too, because I absolutely love history. I'm a huge history nut, so... Which is funny, because I didn't know that. I don't really know much about military history, but I do quite like history. I find it very interesting. I know. It's not KSP without a mountain of bodies dedicated to oops. Yeah, I'm pretty good at the game when I have all the parts unlocked, because it's really hard to not have enough fuel to go anywhere. But in the early game, my missions never quite pan out. And there's still times where I'll land on a planet and I'll deploy the rover and I'll finish the mission and I'll get ready to go and I'll get in the spacecraft and go go to lift back off and jettison the lower stage and realize I forgot to put a decoupler on it. So, you know, the normal stuff like that. All right, let's turn so we don't blow the craft up, because the plasma heating, the engine bell can probably take it, and if I blow the engine up, I don't really care. The main thing is I don't want to blow up this right here. This is what I'm most concerned about. So we're going to pin it, and then what you do is you wobble. And wobbling, the game engine kind of doesn't really calculate the heating very well. If you stand still, though, it starts to heat up. You can see that temperature gauge. As soon as I stop moving, the temperature gauge, like, comes back and starts going up. But then the instant I start, like, wobbling side to side... Oh, no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Don't flip over. Don't flip over. Don't flip over. Oh, no, we're flipping over. Oh, no. Don't explode. Don't explode. Don't explode. Please don't explode. Please don't explode. Don't explode. It's like about to explode. This is very intense because it actually is good going broadside, because what it does is it slows us down a lot faster, but it also heats up all the components a lot more. And we don't want to heat the components up. We want to cool the components down. Preferably without exploding. Oh yeah, look at all the overheat warnings I'm getting. Oh no, don't explode! Oh no. It's gonna explode. It's gonna explode. Yeah. Dang it. It did explode. There we go. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. We lost our scientific data from our science junior. But at least I was able to get the capsule back correct. So we didn't explode our guy. Dang it. So close. Alright, next time we're going to put the heat shield on the other side of the Science Junior, and then we're going to put landing legs. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get any money because I was unable to orbit. So the only contract I'm going to fulfill is the one for the heat shield, which doesn't pay that much. Not near as much as the one for orbiting does. So, it's alright. Once we land here in the water... Oh, thank goodness I landed in the water, too, because the contract requires me to. Here we go. So we'll just coast right into the water. We'll slow down, get that parachute up. There it goes. And then, I don't know, we'll just take another mystery goo reading. Might as well. That mission didn't pan out at all like I was hoping it would, but that's okay. You win some and you lose a lot. I'm sorry your camera didn't work out, but it's good, Sean, because you'll record the game, which will end up being better. It will look nicer. Okay, come on, hurry, hurry. There's a lot of, like, waiting in the game. You have to, I don't know about to get anywhere you're trying to go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and right-click on this. We'll pin it because we need to test this part as soon as we splash down. We'll slow down time warp before we hit the ground so we don't... The game sometimes freaks out. Alright, and we'll run the test. Did that work? Run test? We are landed. We are landed. What? What? No, we're landed. Let me run the test. No! I think the game is broken. We're landed, but look, it says we're not landed. Oh, landed, not splashdown. We actually did need to land on land. Wow, I'm all kinds of messed up tonight. Okay, so we don't get any money. None of the conditions of our contracts were met. Oops. So that launch was actually a big waste of money. We only got like 10 science, maybe. So, oops. Alright. Well, that's not good. Oh, we got 19. Oh, boy. All right. Fine. Here's what we're gonna do then. Here's how we're gonna meet the conditions of the test. We're gonna put a Mark 1 command pod. We're going to give it a coupler. Actually, no. We're just gonna load the Fleet 1. Just load the Fleet 1. Load it. We're gonna give it barely any fuel. And then we're just gonna launch it. And this will meet the conditions of at least the Shroud test, because hopefully we'll get a contract here in a second that allows us to take a large advance. That would be the best idea, because then we could have a bunch of money to upgrade, like the Kerbal Science Center, which will allow us to EVA, which will allow us to have a lot more science, because we can take EVA reports in space, which yield a pretty good amount. Alright, here we go. Woohoo! And jettison. Yeah, look at that. Now that is some scientific data. Oh yeah, that's right, we can't EVA. We can take a crew report though, which is kind of pointless. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. We're slowly drifting back down toward the ground. We're gonna do it. We're gonna land. Crunch. Alright, cool. Now, we can take a crew report. And we can take a mystery goo reading. From the shores, of course. And we can EVA. And we can take an EVA report. From the shores, which is awesome. It's exactly what I wanted. And we'll recover the vessel. No! I did it again. That one doesn't have a heat shield. But we got more science, so that's fine. Okay. Now. Mission control. We still have the 2 contracts. So we need to orbit this time. So we're going to orbit this time. We're going to load back up the Flea 3. And what we're going to do to make orbit this time is actually really quite simple. We have 30 out of 30 parts. All we're going to do is we're going to take off one of these. We're going to put the thermometer on the other side. And this on this side. And all we're going to do is we're just going to add a single fuel tank to the central booster stage. Which will give us just a tiny bit more fuel, which should be enough to get there. I hope. If it's not, it's going to be a very sad day for everybody. Alright, this should be an orbit-capable craft now. So we have these, and actually what we can do too, if you noticed last time we launched this, we had too much thrust because we were up over 400 meters a second in the thickest parts of the atmosphere, which is not good because that is inducing a lot of drag. Oh, by the way, Kitten says hello. Say hello, Kitten. He decided to come up on the desk, looking for his cat bed, which is no longer here because the dog stole it. Hey, Kitten, down you go. Thank you, Kitten. Yes, thank you. Yes. Cat, cool then. You made a video. It's too long to DM, so you're gonna post it on Unlisted, and you'll DM me the link. That sounds awesome. I look forward to it. All right, we reduced the thrust limiter on the external boosters because we do not want too much thrust. Because last time, while we were still in this part of the atmosphere up here where my mouse cursor is, we were over 400 meters a second, which is not great. That's not what we want. Yeah, he's in my lap right now. He just laid down here, and the other one's on the bed over there. So there's 2, and they look identical. They're actually kind of hard to tell apart, but okay. We're gonna try this one more time, and this time we're going to be successful. Much better. We're starting a much slower burn rate, which is okay. It also allows us to tilt way earlier because we don't have near as much thrust. Okay. Maybe not great. Maybe not great. Maybe not great at all. Maybe, like, not good. Yeah, that maybe didn't work so well. Oops. So, this isn't going great. Wow, that's loud. I'm very sorry about that. That was incredibly loud. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. I'm probably gonna go till at least another hour, till 10. It depends. All right, here we go. This time we're not gonna tilt as much. This is probably fine. We're gonna have to start. Nope, that's not fine either. Maybe if we light up this other engine, it'll stop us. All right. We need to change something about the vehicle. The heat shield? I don't think the heat shield's causing us to tilt too much. I'm thinking what it is we actually probably should forego the quad back here in favor of dual, and then we could throw 2 more on here. Because I think what that'll do is that'll at least give the gimbal in the front a little bit. And I mean, I know I don't need these, but it's really nice because it keeps the boosters from striking the main booster, main stage. How you doing, King? Another one for the oops pile. Yeah, there's a lot of those in KSP. Uh-oh. Did my camera cut out? Sorry about that. Oh, come back, camera. Okay, it's deciding what it wants to do. It will come back. It always comes back. It's a good camera. It's a very good camera. I did not. I put it. Let's go! You're right. I put it above the science. That is a good point. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with the bot? Well, I'm assuming that's you, King. Thank you so much for the follow. Apparently the bot decides it wants to do its own thing and not pull usernames. So I'm gonna have to look at that. I don't know what's going on. And you're right. I goofed because I don't have the ability to EVA in space yet. So it makes absolutely 0 sense to put the heat shield above the science unit. It makes no sense. So you're correct. We should have done this. Much better. Thank you. I appreciate it. There. Now we should be better. Now we should at least have our stuff figured out. Worst case scenario, if it tips again, I'm just gonna switch out the Reliant for a swivel engine. We have an extra fuel tank on there, so we should, even with the reduced efficiency of the swivel engine, we should still be able to make orbit. We're gonna try. Let's see how this does. And I did lower the boost of the thrust of these side boosters, just because they were absolutely destroying. They were having us go 400 or 500 meters a second. Yeah. I think we're gonna need a swivel. Okay. Too easy. So we're just gonna, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pop this thing off. We're gonna throw a swivel on here. And then we're going to have the main engine ignite up with the side boosters. And we'll just keep the throttle low. And we'll just use it for swiveling until we get the side boosters detached. And that'll be how we go. That'll be how we operate. Well, thanks for the thanks for the reminder. That would have been a little bit alarming to be ready to re-enter the atmosphere and then jettison my science unit, which has 50 science on board. Because I can't EVA and go get it. Oh, what did I do that for? I said not full throttle. We're just going to keep it at 1/3. And hopefully what that will do is that will allow us to have better gimbal control over the craft. So we can start our early tilt, because I always like to start tilting pretty early in the... Wow, it just won't do it, will it? I'm full over on left right now. And we just had to bump our... Interesting. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, don't learn from me then, because I am absolutely failing. I am all the way over on left, and I am still having trouble. This is a swivel, right? Yeah, this is a swivel, and we're basically going sideways. Alright, let's jettison these side boosters, and at least try and get up into space. Let's see if we can at least save this mission. We're not going to orbit. We're not going to be able to orbit. We, unfortunately, don't have enough fuel to orbit. But we can at least get to space and get the science from this Science Junior unit. Man, that was embarrassing. Alright, this craft clearly needs some work. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Help me, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, no. That was a mistake, too. It has been a very long... Alright, you know what? You know what? It's okay. We're gonna redo it. We're just gonna scrap the mission, and we're gonna start over with a new craft. Okay. Let's see. So, for the orbit stage, we shouldn't need a lot of fuel. First, let's pack the science equipment. We need a Science Junior. We need one of these. Well, we actually don't need one of those, but we probably should have one. I mean, you know, no, I don't need these, because I already have measurements from space, so unless I go high orbit. So we're just going to hold off on those for now, because our main goal, we need to orbit, because we need to make money. So we need to orbit the planet. That's an absolute, we must do that. Okay, cool. The next thing is we'll go ahead and throw our heat shield on. We're going to throw our heat shield on, we're going to throw our parachute on, and now that I don't have the extra science equipment, I am going to just throw 2 drag chutes on, because I don't know if this is too heavy for a single parachute to land safely. But I'm pretty sure with the drag chutes we'll be fine. Okay. Next. Obviously we need a decoupler. I'm kind of wondering if we should just use solid fuel to get to space, because it's less parts, and therefore we could actually... That's my main limitation. I upgraded the launch pad, so weight is fine right now. But what we could do is just throw one of these puppies on here. And we could actually give ourselves more fuel to play with in the upper stage. And then just throw a whole bunch of these boosters on. In true KSP fashion. More boosters. That's what they say, right? You just come up here as... Because I don't have any of the parts I normally use to build rockets. I don't normally use any of these parts. These engines aren't great. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the swivel. The swivel's okay. But, you know. Worst case, we'll just put a bunch of fins on the back. Let's... Oh, and of course... do we have... Oh, we don't have structure, do we? No, we don't. Oh, Bretford's here. How you doing, Bretford? Thanks for joining. We're trying to orbit. We're trying to get to orbit, and I don't know what I'm doing, so we're just gonna go for it. How much... Oh no, I used too many parts. Alright, bye-bye. Okay, if this doesn't make it, then I don't know what's up. We'll call this the Flea 3B. It's basically a Flea 3. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Shh, it's okay. I'm not making ICBMs. My last craft was designed to fly sideways for several kilometers and then plummet back into the ground. It's definitely not an ICBM, guys. Come on now. Don't be silly. Here we go. Now this is what we're talking about. When you can't make it to orbit, you just brute force it in true KSP fashion. We're just gonna get going way... No, I'm doing career, actually, so that's why I'm kind of stressed, because I need to make money before my space agency runs itself into the ground. And I was having trouble getting to orbit, because I'm not very smart. So, here we are. My last craft was, like, too top-heavy, so it kept I would do gravity turns early, because I'm used to doing gravity turns early, because I'm used to having a really good engine. Obviously, that didn't work. Alright, we'll pop those off. Whoa! Okay. That's pretty cool. Alright, now the next thing we need to do is get ourselves into space. We're getting close. I wonder if we can we tip over? Oh, we can. Yes, we can tip over. Alright, here we go. Ready? Set, go. Get ourselves into space. I'm not smart. Military intel guy speaks the truth. You could do that. That would be pretty funny. And potentially somewhat true. I'm not the most intelligent person ever. I try. I definitely try. Especially when it comes to video games. You guys have seen me playing video games. I'm terrible. Absolutely terrible at video games. But they're still fun. I still enjoy playing them. Even if I'm not fantastic. Alright, here we go. We'll detach that. And now, we'll just wait. Now we just coast up here. We wait till apoapsis, and we light up our engine, and hope we have enough delta V to circularize. And if we don't, I'm going to be really sad. Because obviously I want to. But we're going to conduct our materials bay study now, so we get the science, because we need the science. We're going to take a crew report, because we're going to. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Majestic. We made it into space. The problem is, I still have yet to orbit the planet. So I have 1450 meters per second left. Oh man, that's gonna be really close. So you need about 2300 to orbit. But I'm at a higher, I'm gonna be closer to about 110 to 120. So you should need a little less, like 2200 meters per second. So 1150, I'll probably have about 10,000 to 1050 by the time I get here. Plus 1459 is about 2400 meters per second. But I also need enough fuel to deorbit myself, which you don't need much, but so that's really close. I'm actually gonna be cutting it very close to orbit. Because we're only gonna have about 50 to 100 meters per second to spare. And 100's enough, but 50's a little close for me. Okay. Let's kill the throttle. We'll start the engine up. And then almost to the point where maybe we want to think about getting the engine. Alright. And we'll just hang out. And hope we have enough fuel to get to orbit. To actually orbit the planet. Okay. No, that sounds great, Sean. Oh, really? Is my camera cutting out more? Yeah, so the problem is, that was it. I think I'm in orbit now. Yep, perfect. Look at that. 200. Oh, okay, I was off. I have 200 meters a second to spare. Not too bad at all. Nice. We made it. Which means we have achieved our goal of orbiting Kerbin. Yeah, so the issue is my camera actually runs on the Wi-Fi because it's my phone. So that's my own fault. I need a proper camera. I really do. I'm sorry that it keeps cutting out. That was not my goal. It's okay though. It's my ugly mug anyway. You guys don't want to look at it. I find that the video cutting out doesn't annoy me as much when I'm watching as the audio. Can't stand audio cutting in and out. So I definitely have prioritized my audio setup here. My microphone, the audio equipment. I even have a mixer behind me that you can, oh, wrong side. You can see as the audio level changes, those blue lights on the top. Oh, it's freezing then catching up after, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. Well, that's disappointing. It doesn't usually do this, though. Usually it's somewhat reliable. Well, here's what we can do. We can attempt to fix it here for a few minutes. Okay. here's what we're gonna do. I will go ahead and take a short intermission, and I'm going to attempt to get the camera. Actually, before I take the intermission, I'll do one thing I can do here. Okay. You recommend the launch tech one? Alright, let's drag over a window here. We're gonna leave you guys with this fantastic music. Kerbal Space Program. While we fix our camera. We're gonna just download the actual regular Droid Cam X. Not for the, what you call it. Pretty sure I have Droid Cam. It's almost certain I bought it, so... Oh, I see. This is without Android. Okay, so we need the Droid Cam app. We need the client, though. I need the Windows client. Right. Alright, so we're going to set that up real quick. There's my Windows installation sound for y'all. Great sound. I love it. So the issue is I'm using the OBS specific Droid Cam app, and the problem with the OBS specific Droid Cam app is it doesn't actually allow you to use USB. It only allows you to use network. So, but it plugs right into OBS, which is why I liked it. I thought my Wi-Fi was up, but apparently. Okay, cool. So that's the first thing done. We're gonna go ahead and get a OBS layer within the scene here. I already have one. Yeah, I do have a Droid Cam layer. So property. Oh, okay. Nice. Yep. And then we just launch Droid Cam. New Droid Cam client that I have. And we say USB. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to take a quick intermission. I'm going to get the Droid Cam on my phone. And I'm going to hook the USB cord up to the computer. And we're going to do it that way. So give me like a few minutes. When we come back, we'll land on Kerbin. We'll test the heat shield. All that good stuff. And hopefully my camera won't be cutting out. Alright, cheers. I'll be back shortly. Oh no. Now what? Holy moly, folks. Of course, it's technology. It can't just work. Because if it worked, well, if it worked, that would be the question. Droid camo. There it is. There it is. We're back. Oh no, we're still cutting out just a little. Well, I don't know. I couldn't get the Ethernet, or not the Ethernet, the USB connection to like me. It kept telling me no. Oh well. I think maybe we're better off though. No, still cut out. Still cutting out. Fantastic. Well, you know what? I'm going to be getting a proper webcam. My phone is fine. I don't mind it. It looks decent when it doesn't cut out. But yeah. I'll just try not to move too much so that if it cuts, it's not too noticeable. Oh, here we go. Oh, I have a decent amount of chat I need to catch up. Debo! How are you? This is Kerbal Space Program, my friend. A fun game. Sorry, I had to take a little hiatus because reasons. My webcam was not happy with me. Okay. Need to make sure we land on land. So we're going to warp around. We're going to try and land in the desert. That should be fine. We'll do that. And what that... Oops. And what that will do, that should allow us to throw ourselves retrograde. And we'll just do a quick little burn, and we'll land in the desert. No problem. Don't even worry about it. Alright, perfect. That should put us right on the edge of the desert. The air resistance should land us in here. Right on. Okay. Let's see. Maintenance. Okay, yep. It's here, Mike. Telling Bretford about his crazy hectic life. Gainfully unemployed. That's okay. Keep working. Keep doing it. You're gonna be alright. State actually just had some funding issues with NGB, so my FedTech position was unfortunately terminated recently as well. So I understand the pain. Bretford, how is PAX West? Yeah, I'm a little surprised they let it go on too, but I suspect it was probably, you know, masks and some careful considerations and stuff. Interesting, I would have loved to have gone. Kind of bummed. Hopefully, we'll get a table as the guard. Hopefully, we'll get a table next year. That would be really cool. I would love if the guard got a table. I will be there every day. I don't know, I'll talk to people, I'll play video games, whatever. Networking is priceless. It's who you know, not necessarily what you know. Although what you know is important. You kind of need both, in my opinion. But who you know is definitely important. Alright. And the last thing. Technology works when it wants to, but not when you want it to. Yeah. That's exactly what happens. I've never had issues with the USB version of DroidCam ever before, but apparently today it doesn't want to be a USB version of DroidCam. There's Cat. Say hello to Cat. He's in front of my computer. Sniffing the desk. Not sure why, but it's okay. He's a good cat. I like Cat. Cat is my... Last thing, we're going to go ahead and close these doors. Just because I think they... I'm not sure. The plasma, when you re-enter, does catch on them. I don't know if it actually helps heat it up or not. So I'm just going to close the doors in case it does. One thing you learned when you learned programming... Oh, yeah, sorry. 48% who you know, 42% what you know, and 10% pure luck. Okay, something there, the numbers... Hold on. Yep, that does add up. Sorry, that adds up. So that's 100%? Well, 10% pure luck. I mean, maybe I'll get lucky then. Maybe that's the piece I'm missing. That could be the piece I'm missing. You know what? The army just needs to bring me on full-time orders to play video game. Let's do that. Oh man, how sweet would that be? That would be the coolest thing ever. Mathing in public. Yeah, no, I understand. I almost made a fool of myself saying those numbers didn't add up to 100, but they do. So. Alright, we just wait. Oh, let's speed up so you guys don't have to sit here and stare at the re-entry. We have the power of time warp. Now utilize benefit of society. Here we go. Let's turn off the, we're gonna turn, oh. Nope, we're not gonna turn it off, actually. We're gonna keep SAS on because I am not sure that this will stay balanced. Oh, we need to turn down. No, and we'll turn back on SAS, and we're just gonna have to keep wobbling because otherwise we are actually gonna blow up our science junior unit. Keep wobbling side to side. We might be okay. Because the game doesn't really know how to handle heating all that well. Heating in this game can be problematic. It used to be horrible. Re-entry heating in KSP used to be absolutely terrible. It was like really bad back in like the alpha days and the pre-alpha days and stuff like that. My cat is literally in my screen. I can't see what I'm doing right now. He's walking on the table. But we made it. We made it successfully to a point where we can begin slowing down. And we can hit the drogue chutes. And you can see my cat right here sniffing the microphone. So sorry if you hear him sniffing away. Wouldn't mind going on orders, but the last thing NGB wants at the moment is a second lieutenant on orders and then get away with a sergeant or staff sergeant instead. Yeah. Well, I'm the sergeant, so let's go on orders. Let's do it. Starting a coding boot camp soon. Nice. Who are you going through? How long is it? Is it pretty? Coding is it's a good skill to have. No, kitten, you can't push on that cord. You're gonna mess up the camera. Hey, jump down. Jump down. Go on, kitten. Go on, kitten. Jump down, please. There you go. Good kitten. Cat wants to camera bomb. Yeah, he's trying. He is trying. I don't mind him back there, but like comes up here and the problem is this desk. My desk is flat against this wall. It's 8 feet long. And it has a fold-out section that I use when I stream so that my camera faces back at the desk and everything, because I have a tripod and all that. And so when the cat walks out on this part isn't as strong. My monitor's on a monitor arm attached to the main desk, so it doesn't have to like pull up the weight of the monitor. But it's definitely not quite strong enough to hold cat reliably and keyboard and all that. HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Those are good. Those are good. HTML's not a HTML's not a programming language, but it's not bad. CSS even to some degree. I think all three of those are actually scripting languages, but you could do some pretty cool stuff with CSS and JavaScript. But yeah, HTML is definitely more of like it's more like a config file. HTML is closer to a configuration file than it would be like a programming language. Because HTML, all it does is it's what's read out by whatever web server is building your page. So it's not like a program that runs, but John J Animations DM'd me the video in case I missed the other messages about it. Oh. Yeah, maybe I missed some of them, but I see it now. I see it now, my friend. Yeah, we'll take a peek. We'll watch that. I just want to, like, get farther along than having no science or anything in the game. We had a few botched flights in the middle. I don't want to make you guys part on terrible botched flights, so... Come on, land. Alright, and the coolest part is once we're on the ground, we don't have our science gel, which sucks. But we can run the test for our thing, complete another contract, There it is, right there. And not only that, but we can EVA, and we can do a crew report, or sorry, an EVA report in the desert. We can take the data, we can store the experiments, we can board, and we can do a crew report of the desert. And then we can recover our vessel. Perfect. So that gives us a couple science reports in the desert, and science from the Science Junior, which is science from outer space, which is great to have. Science from outer space is what you want. And not only that, but we have 88 science, which means we can do some cool stuff with 88 science. What can we buy with 88 science? We can go to advanced rocketry, which actually is probably a really good thing to have. No one cares about the fireworks, but it adds the Terrier liquid fuel engine and the thuds, which are good, and the slightly larger fuel tanks. General construction, general construction's okay. Aviation, which is actually fantastic. Aviation, probably one of the better things to get. And flight control, which is kind of mad. It's not really terribly important. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do flight control and advanced rocketry. Now you'll notice we don't have quite enough for advanced rocketry, but that's a really easy fix. Now that we have flight aviation, all we do is grab our Mark 1 cockpit. We grab a science unit. We grab one of these things. Lob it on the side. We grab a thermometer. And we grab a barometer. And we grab a nose cone on the back. Then we throw on, and this is a craft I build every single one of my builds. I build this thing. Grab a couple of these things, and we just kind of pop them into the body just a little. Like that. Perfect. And we grab some circular intakes. Actually, just bump it back a little so it's not barometer stuff, because that might glitch out when we're trying to check the levels. And then we just grab 2 of these Juno basic jet engines. And then, my friend, what do we have? Well, we have a science rover that we can drive around the Kerbal Space Center, and we can get a whole bunch of science from the Kerbal Space Center, which is awesome, because science is one of the whole reasons we're playing the game. And then, of course, we just throw a... Oh, it doesn't even matter. We just put any old antenna on here. Just like so. And we just kind of plop it in there, and it's almost like a little tail. Perfect. That's that. Now we have our vessel, which can do all kinds of great science tasks. Actually, we can and move this. And then we can move it up, because you want your center of wheels, or whatever it is, kind of center of mass. Perfect. Let's see. C++ is a good video game language. Yeah, C++ or C#. And I know when I was in school, I took 4 years of engineering classes, but the same teacher taught computer science. And he did, he basically taught like C#, C++, and C#. And they use C# for pretty much every game that they put in the class. I think Minecraft was written in C# after they converted it to Windows 10 from Java Edition. Pretty sure it's written either C++ or C#. So it's, you know, fairly well optimized. Bit of Java, C, and C++ before you graduated. You have no talent in programming, but you can get the job done. Yeah, apparently you write ugly code. That's really funny. Yeah, C and C. So C, C++, C++, C#. They're all really, really close, because basically the difference is it's just more functions. So when you get to like C#, there's more built-in functions. But anything you can do in C#, you can do in like C+ or C. you just have to write, you just might have to write your own function. You know what I mean? So like C# might have like a specific function that can, I don't know, can count like the available bits in RAM or something. Versus C might not have that function. So you might have to write that function in order to use it. But you can do it still. It all uses the same backbone and all uses the same capabilities. That's my understanding. I actually don't know a whole lot about C. I spent most of my time learning LUA for some reason. I don't know why, but LUA is kind of fun. It's a cool programming language. It's just kind of useless. All right, we'll just deploy it. I don't want to waste your guys' time driving around the space center. It's kind of boring. I definitely want to get in space and go land somewhere. So we're going to just do the science really quick, just enough to get the science data we need to gather as much information as we can. Because we need to buy more stuff. Observe the mystery goo. We'll grab it. We'll take our crew report. Oh, we already got the crew report apparently. We'll do an EVA. We'll do the EVA report. And we'll board, and then we'll recover the vessel. Boom. And that will just get me enough science to buy one more thing. You will not complain about having no talent for programming. Your intent was to have more of a supervisory role. Yep. Needed to speak both programmer and business in order to translate. The degree I'm going for right now is actually IT management, so it's kind of the same thing. I've done a few years of IT support, but I've never been like a high-level server admin or anything like that. But my goal is to go into IT management or maybe like data science. I'd be okay doing data science as well. That actually sounds a lot of fun. Look at this, perfect. Look how much money this nets us. This is an awesome contract. This is exactly what I wanted. So we're gonna do the Explore the Moon contract, which advances us 80k and rewards us for doing all kinds of stuff. So we're gonna fly by the moon. We're going to return from a flyby of the moon and gather scientific data from the moon, which will net us a lot of money. So we're gonna take that. And then the next thing we could do is we could actually go ahead and test. Let's see, I'm trying to find an easy one that we could. Oh, see, I don't want to activate. Well, actually, I could do this. Yeah, Mun, sorry. My bad, Mun. I could do this, because what I could do is I could get into orbit and then activate it, the lower stage. So we'll go ahead and take that contract too. Then we'll go back to the area, and we're going to go ahead and pick up General Rocketry, which will grant us the carrier engine, which we will need if we're going to want to land on Mun. All right. The next thing I'd like to do, if I can afford it, I would like to upgrade the vehicle assembly building. Because I over-engineer everything. And I want to be able to have 255 parts, so we're going to do it. There we go. I over-engineer the heck out of all my rocket. My preferred moon rocket costs like 350k and has like a 2-stage lander and all kinds of stuff and a rover, but obviously we're probably not going to do that. All right, so we're going to just grab a Mark 1 command pod and we're probably going to send a scientist actually and not a pilot. So instead we're going to put a Stay Putnik on here too. And the idea there is that we will be able to have the Stay Putnik provide SAS control. Otherwise, I don't want to manually control. It's only going to provide literally just SAS, but that's fine with me. In fact, do I have a small decoupler? No, I don't. I was going to say I would just use it for the for that, but that's okay. What we can do is we can just put 2 of these large parachutes right underneath, like that, and that will be more than enough. Perfect. All right, we need a return stage, so we need something that will get us home. Actually, yeah, we'll leave. We're gonna do this. So we need a heat shield. And we need a decoupler. And then we need to grab probably 2. And we'll grab our Terrier liquid fuel. I think this will be enough to get us where we need to go. Alright, and then what we'll do is we're going to grab another decoupler. And we'll grab another... oh, actually, what am I doing? I have this fuel tank. We're going to use this fuel tank. This should be enough to get us home. I don't see a reason why that won't get us home. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Now, once we're on the surface, we are going to need, like some science equipment. So we're just going to grab 2 boosters here, or 2 sides, and what we're going to do is really simple. The first side, we're going to put a Science Junior on. And we're going to cut the off just like that. And then we're going to throw a payload bay on top of it. We're going to grab it and move it down. And my goal here is what I want to do is I want to, oops, I like that. Perfect, we can open it. Yep, we can open it. I'm gonna put batteries and stuff in there. No, Kitten. Kitten, you can't be up here, Kitten. You're gonna make the table fall. Down you go. Bye-bye, Kitten. Goodbye, Kitten. Thank you. Okay. Sorry. We're gonna throw a whole bunch of stuff in here. We're going to throw more science equipment. We're gonna throw one of these in here. Like that. And we're gonna throw our barometer and our... Actually, we'll throw these outside. Yeah, that should be fine. And then, do we have a ladder yet? That'd be cool if we had a ladder, but I don't know if I don't think we have a ladder yet. No, we don't. All right, we do want a high gain antenna. I don't know. We'll just put it like right. Just like that. That should be fine. And we'll put the other side. We're gonna put another fuel tank because this is gonna be. We're gonna have some extra fuel, and this will help during our descent to Mun. Because what we're gonna do is we're going to. It won't be a lot of fuel. Let's grab the center of mass. So that's kind of the only issue, is our center of mass is now pretty out of whack. So let's actually grab a smaller fuel tank. Probably don't need that much. Perfect. We just want enough fuel just to help us make it there. And we could even just go ahead and just cut a little bit. We don't need all of it. We just want enough to help us land, and then when we're done, we just transfer the fuel over by turning on... Can we turn on the... can we turn on the cross part? No, I don't know if we can. Actually, I don't think we can transfer fuel between stages, can we? Oh geez, that's not what I wanted. Oh well. I don't know. I'm not sure what we'll put on the other side then. Oh, I know what we could put on the other side. Actually, this isn't a bad idea. But we don't have solar ability yet. We could just throw this on the other side. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. It's fine. Just deal with it. It's gonna be okay. This didn't work, because I just realized I don't have fuel lines, so I can't make the fuel that like I wanted to. But what we can do is pretty simple. We just grab our Science Junior and we plop it down there, and then we just bolt everything to the side of it because we don't care. We'll just throw our high gain antenna on. It's fine. It's gonna be alright. Every little thing is gonna be just fine. We just bolt that puppy right onto the side, and we grab all our science data, and we just bolt it all. Just bolt everything to the side of it. It's fine. It's gonna be okay. Because the realization I also just had is I technically can't land on the moon, or I can, but I can't get out of my craft. I just remembered that because I don't have the EVA ability from the yeah, I can't do that. I can't get out of, dang it. I keep forgetting that I can't do that. So we have to do this. Because I keep forgetting that I cannot get out of my spacecraft right now. Yet. Because in order to get out of the spacecraft, you have to be able to EVA outside of Kerbal surface, and in order to do that, you have to upgrade the astronaut station, which I do not have enough money to do. So we're just gonna do this. And we're just gonna grab like 2 of these things so we can get some science from a few different places. Actually, we're gonna grab 3. That way we can get a lot of science, hopefully. All right. Hopefully this survives re-entry. I really hope it does. It's not going to be fun if it doesn't. Actually, we do have one more option. In order to make sure it survives re-entry, we could grab one of these, the service bay. We could open the service bay, and then we could just put 3 science units in here. Like that. Yeah, something like that. That's fine. And then we can grab 3 batteries, because we are going to need some batteries. I don't know if we're going to have enough electric charge. Go all the way to the moon. Back. So we'll just grab batteries and we'll just plop them in there. Perfect. That'll be fine. That should be enough electric charge. I mean, we do have a Stay Putnik inside, so actually we might want 3 more. Or maybe even more than 3. 6 more? That's probably more than enough electric power. Alright. Cool. And then we'll just, yeah, we'll just grab the, we'll just grab an antenna. Just bolt it right on the side here. We'll put it up higher so that we have it on the main stage. Okay, cool. That should be fine. Now, the next thing is we just need to make sure this thing gets to space. This should be enough to do a flyby of the moon. So we're not landing and coming back. So we can use the moon to gravity assist ourselves back to Kerbal, which is nice. All right, we're going to grab 3. No, scratch that. 4. We're just going to use a huge booster stage. We're going to use a swivel engine. It's fine. It'll be okay. And then we're going to grab 2 of these. And we're just going to grab ourselves, like, probably more fuel. I like using liquid fuel parts as much as I can. And we'll use the Reliance to get us, like, all the way up into space. And hopefully, the main thing that we hope is that the... well, let's just hope that the actual... boosters don't get too wobbly. Because we do not want that to happen. That would be very bad. Because we don't have any structural stuff yet. The last thing is we are going to grab the tail fins, because the tail fins allow steering. Okay. This looks kind of sketchy. And it's a little sketchy, I'll admit. It's a little sketchy. Because we don't have, like, auto strut. But it's okay. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna go to Fly by the Mun. We don't actually need this anymore either, because I just remembered we're not taking our scientists, because there's no point to take the scientist. Because he can't get out of the capsule anyway. In outer space. So we'll just put a parachute there, and then we'll just put 2 drag chutes. Like a sensible human. Alright, too easy. We're gonna launch all these up together, and then we'll boost those off. And then... well, actually, no. Let's do the 2 side boosters, and then the center stage. And then we'll do the... throw these side panels off. Boom. Hopefully this is all enough to make where we need to go. I hope so. Are you ready? Because I sure am. We're gonna get as close to the moon as we can in this flight. We're gonna call it the Flea 4 because I love originality. And Sean, I am excited to see them. Let's do it. Hopefully it'll export before you end the stream. Alright, well you got like 10 or 12 minutes. I'm gonna try and fly by the moon and get back to Kerbin. I hope this spacecraft doesn't explode on me. As that sure would suck. Oh, it's heavy. Oh, it's heavy. That's okay. That's okay. Oh no, the Kraken is definitely going to strike though, I think. I think the Kraken is going to strike. I think the Kraken is going to strike. I mean, we're flying, so... You know, there's that. We're in the air. So that didn't go very well, right? Obviously, that didn't go terribly well at all. We're gonna just throw all of our... Well, our guy lived. I mean, he survived. Okay. Well, let's revert back to the vehicle assembly building. That wasn't great. That was... I'm not sure how that even happens. I mean, we don't have struts. That's how that happened. So, okay, hold on. I'm very not great at poorly designed. I over-engineer everything. So when I play this game, normally, I have a million struts and stuff because that's just how I am. We need 45 science so that we can get general construction. So, because then we can get struts. And then our rocket won't do that anymore. I don't think it'll do that anymore. I'm not sure if it will do that anymore. Okay, you know what this calls for? This calls for the Mouse Ground Science Vehicle. We're gonna load it up. We're gonna throw our scientist in here. And we're gonna go steal. I was hoping not to do this on stream because it's boring, and I know you guys don't want to see this. But we're gonna go steal some science from the Space Center. Turns out we built this huge space center on the planet of Kerbin, and then we just never gathered any of the science around. So that's okay. It's okay. We'll just meander. We already got the science from the launch pad, or I mean the runway. Although I think we can technically get the materials bay and science goo again, because they'll yield just a little bit. All right, cool. Here we go. We're gonna skedaddle on over to the... We'll hit just a few of the buildings. We're gonna hit the brakes. Brakes! Okay. Here we go. We're gonna do a crew report from the space plane hangar. Okay, log pressure data. Log temperature data. Hit the brakes some more. Get out of the craft. Do an EVA report. Boom. Boom. Take data. Store experiments. Collect data. Don't show again. That's fine. Remove data. Restore. Collect data. Restore. Take data. Take data. Store experiments. Boom. Look at that. That's a lot. That's a lot of science. Come on, guys. Please don't sue me. That is a terrible impersonation. I'm sorry that I did that to you. Oh no! Oh no! Brakes! Ugh. Oops. It's okay. I think this might get us enough science just doing this. This is netting us 7 each time we do the streak. So we're just gonna, it's fine. We're gonna pretend we're not upside down. It's okay. It's Kerbal Space Program, not Kerbal driving around on the planet surface program. Gonna be okay, folks. Don't you even worry about it. We're just gonna take that EVA report, and then we're gonna recover the... Oh, that's right. We gotta get in the... And then we're gonna recover the vessel and hope we have enough science to buy the struts. Because I flipped over the craft, and I was gonna go drive over to one more building to make sure I had enough. But I have enough. Look at that. Cool. First, we can buy the upgrade to the tracking station, which we kind of need anyway. And we can buy general construction. And we get the struts. And we can go back to the VAB. Blunt force trauma. He survived. It's fine. He's slightly concussed. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be fine. Because why? Because we have general construction. There it is, folks. This is what we were waiting for. Right there. See? And now, you'll notice that when we fly our aircraft, or our spacecraft, it won't explode anymore. Also, if this spacecraft explodes right after I said it won't explode anymore, I'm going to be very sad. But that should be all it needs. That should be everything. Oh, launch clamps, because we're an official organization now, and we need some launch clamps. So I like them better upside down. They look better upside down. Alright. Who's ready? We have Jebediah. Let's put Valentina in this flight, because why not? Let's get her some science. Well, I know it flipped over. I'm sorry. I'm not a very good driver, so flippy over it go. As Hughes Mike said, bizarre is the best way to put it, and I really do like that. I really do like that statement. All right, here we go. Look at that. We barely have enough thrust to get off the ground, but that is fine. We don't need it. We just need just enough to get a positive rate of climb. It's okay. We're burning a lot of fuel, but it's really not a big deal. It's the end of the day. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. That's the wrong way. That's the wrong way. At the end of the day, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're Why am I so bad at this game? Shh, it's okay. Folks, I figured it out. It's because we need to just put the swivel on this stage and just call it. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. Look at that. Now we have more thrust. We have gimballing. We have everything we need. And then what we can do is really quite simple. Once we get a decent amount of speed, we just cut the thrust limiter way down on the center engine. And that saves us fuel, so we don't burn the center stage out, because I don't have fuel pipes. And I want to make sure that the outer stage is dumped way before I need the inner stage. Yeah, it's going very wrong. Actually, this flight is going pretty well. This flight's going pretty well. I think I have everything I need to go to the Mun. I hope I have everything I need to go to the Mun. Because what you do earlier is you want to boost these side engines. The Reliance have the better atmospheric ISP. So you want to use as much fuel from the Reliant as you can. The swivel has better use in vacuum. So I put the thrust limiter way down because I don't have fuel pipes. We don't want to be going over 300 meters per second below about this line, because that's when it's most inefficient. But now that we're above that, we can bump the center engine back up now. And we can just kind of correct our course here. We have the gimballing now, which is much better. It's way easier to control a rocket gimbal. I could have used the thuds. They're really good at gimballing, but unfortunately, they just aren't. They're not my favorite, so. And basically what we're gonna do is we're just gonna use, hopefully, these two stages to get us into orbit. At least pretty close. And then we're gonna try and use this stage to plot a free flyby of the Mun. We're not gonna be able to land. We're definitely not gonna be able to land. We don't have near enough fuel to do that. Maybe if I was like Bradley Wisted, I'd be able to land. He's a YouTuber who's really good at this game. Very good at this game. Alright, we have barely any fuel left in the outer boosters, and we're gonna cut them and cut the throttle, because we're starting to overheat our capsule. We don't want to do that. And we're just gonna coast ourselves to space, because we are almost in orbit. In fact, we're really close to orbit. Wait, why can't I make a maneuver node? Did they change? Oh no, they changed that. They changed this part of the game. I just want to make a, how do I, oh no, how do I make a maneuver node? I don't know how to make a maneuver node in the new version. What? You can't, how do you do it? You can't click anymore. Okay, that's, you know what? No, it's a level 2 tracking station. I just upgraded it before I left. Right before I left, I bought the level 2 version of the tracking station because I wanted to be able to do maneuver nodes. But I haven't done it since I haven't played the game since 1.12 came out, and I know they changed some stuff. Because, see, it allows me to warp to Apoapsis. Okay. Well, we don't need a maneuver node. We can technically do this mission without it. We just need to, yeah. So once we get in orbit, we just burn right when we see the moon rising the horizon, and we should be able to get an intercept. It's not going to be as clean as I'd like, but we'll figure it out, I guess. Weird. I don't know how to do that. Advanced orbital info. Oh, we'll allow that message. That's ridiculous. Auto mod bans everything. Oh, I think you're right. It is mission control. It is mission control. The tracking station allows you to do it, and you have to have both of them. I think you're right. You need both mission control and... Well, mission control is not upgraded because I don't care. Or enable mission planning. Yeah, there's something I must have forgotten. It's probably mission control. That would make sense. Well, as much sense as it could make. Alright, so let's change our information here. We have 2 minutes to Apoapsis. And it's gonna take, I don't know, it's a swivel. We have 600 meters a second. I'm gonna say it's gonna take between 20 and 35 seconds to do the burn to get into orbit. So we'll start burning pretty quick here. We're gonna time warp a little. Oh, actually, let's do an autosave first in case the Kraken hits us later in the mission. Okay, we're about 35 seconds out from Apoapsis. We're gonna get ready to do the burn. And we are gonna go ahead and light up the engines in just a second. Okay, mission control for planning and tracking station for patched conics will give you the orbit trajectory. So I upgraded the... Okay, that's what happened. I upgraded the tracking station, but I did not upgrade the mission control. Alright, I think we should be able to get to orbit with this engine. If not, we might have to just kick into our next stage. Yeah, I don't think we're going to quite make orbit with this engine. We're going to get really close, though. Nope. We made it. We made it into orbit. Look at that. With 4 meters a second to spare. Now, we can do this contract, which is to... Oh, we have to test the decoupler at 400,000. Well, oh well. We're not going to be able to do that contract then. Bummer. Cool, now we wait. Right on. Thank you, Roros. I appreciate that. It's been a while since I've played the game. Definitely. You and Automod have a love-hate relationship. But at least we have the... This is nice to get the orbit information. That's actually more useful to me than the maneuver nodes. Because MUN isn't hard to get. You can get to the MUN pretty easily. From 100k or roughly 100k orbit. Just by waiting until you see it and then burning straight towards it. So we're just going to do that. That's fine. We'll float around because our Kerbal can't even leave. We don't even have enough money to upgrade the astronaut station. So our Kerbal can't even like leave the command module. Right? So, you know. That's how cheap I am. We're going to the moon and we can't even get out of our spaceship yet. Hopefully you get back into it. I'm excited. I hear there's a new item called the ground anchor, which finally allows you to like plaster your bases onto the ground, which makes me incredibly happy because that was a big thing I had for a long time about it. because like I always wanted to build a base like in the Moon Arch, or like stuck to the side of the Dres Canyon or something, and now you can, so that's pretty cool. Mission control is currently 3 Etch-a-Sketches, 2 pieces of chewing gum connected by a paper clip, and Scruffy, the janitor. I love Futurama. Rest in peace, Scruffy the janitor. Yeah, and that's awesome, because your bases used to just kind of like break if you'd put, and flags too. Did they fix the thing when the flags would just fall over for no reason? Last time I played, every time I planted a flag, it would stay standing and then it would just fall over really slowly after about 10 seconds. About halfway through writing it, it would just fall over. Okay, we just need to wait. I'm almost certain we have enough delta to get to Mun. We have 1800. We might even be able to squeeze a landing in, but I'm not sure we're gonna. We could probably go to Minmus. We could probably go to Minmus and land on Minmus and come back with 1800 meters per second. LKO. Mun would probably be pushing it. I'm not that good at the game. I'm sure Matt Lone could do it. He could probably do it with like 600 meters a second. And Bradley Wistons could definitely do it with like 200 meters a second. He's really good. But there's no way. Alright, now we just wait. Now we just wait for our encounter. And, you know, we'll get there. Actually, we could just wait for the periapsis numbers to start turning negative, which means we're leaving the sphere. They don't do that unless you smack them. Okay, good. For a while, yeah, if you run into them, they still do. But I knew for a while, like, they were just falling over on me for no other reason than they could. And it was a little frustrating. Oh, exciting. I was hoping I'd get more done in this career mode for you guys tonight, but I'm not very good at the game, and I spent a long time. Well, yes, my camera dying. Sorry. Oh, what was that? Was that our encounter? That's our encounter. Look at that. That's okay. That's good enough. Can we get closer? Oh, that's farther away. So we need to go retrograde. Let's go retrograde, and we'll just burn. We have a ton of fuel, like a lot of fuel. Too bad I can't get out of the lander, because then we just orbit and do a whole bunch of EVA above all the various different biomes. Yeah, and I'm wasting fuel right now doing. See, if I was going, I could go to Minmus. I could gravity assist off Mun and go to Minmus and land and come back off Minmus. It would be cutting it close as well, but I think I'd rather just get as close to Mun as I can and get a free return trip to Kerbin at the same time, which would be pretty cool. That's basically it, although we could definitely get closer. Because we want to get space near Mun. That's going to get us the most science. I think we need to be under, what, 50k for that? So, like, I don't know, 28k is probably fine. Yeah, Minmus is much easier to land on. But my contract is to just fly by the Mun and gather science and come back. So I can't get out of my ship yet, because I don't have enough money to buy the upgrade to the astronaut station. So I'd rather just do the contracts, as much as I would rather go to Minmus and actually get out and like, wow, that's a wonky orbit. Minimal DV. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure with Minmus, you can land under some assistance, and I think you can take off just with the EVA pack. Can you get to orbit just with the EVA pack? I thought you could. You can't land and go back, but... And yeah, it's a nice flat surface. In fact, the best landing that you could do on Minmus is obviously the where you come in real shallow and you use your Kerbal's face to slow yourself down by landing on the flats. You just You lightly apply the Kerbal's face to the flats of Minmus and slow down from about 200 meters a second to nothing. Hopefully you don't die. Or you use wheels, because that works too. Alright, we're going to go ahead and, again, we can't get out of our spacecraft, so it would be most bang for the buck to do science experiments as close to Mun as possible. We're just going to skip ahead to being right by Mun. We have plenty of electric power. I was worried we wouldn't have it. Silly. We have a ton. Look at that. We got another milestone, which gives us more money. Alright, we are coming in hot. Alright, we are within 120k. Yeah, definitely. Roz. That's the main thing, is I need money. That's really the killer, because I need to upgrade. My main goal right now is to upgrade the astronaut station. Because I really need to be able to... I don't know if we have that command, follow age. We should probably do that. Apologies. That's, you're giving me ideas to add to the list. Woo! Gonna extend the antenna, it looks cool. Oh, that's a cool shot. That's a really cool shot. Is there a... I don't think there's a screenshot button in Kerbal Space Program. Well, actually, no. Steam has, what is it, F1 turns off the F2? Yep, and F11 is the Steam? No. Yeah, F12 it is. Perfect. Not as perfect. I could have gotten a better shot of Kerbin, but that's okay. That was a cool shot. Crew report. Check. Open up our science bay. And we'll do one close to Moon. We did bring 3 of the mystery goos with us, so we can do 2 more. We can do one as we leave Mun and one at high over Kerbin. Log data. So those are all near the Mun. Perfect. And we did a crew report, right? Yep, we did a crew report. And we can't do the EVA report, which sucks. But that's a, you know, it is what it is. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and... Oh, that's another cool shot. We'll just, I don't know. We'll take one more screenshot. I really like that. That looks cool. Okay, now we probably will save fuel if we... Oh, we have enough to get back. We're fine. We have plenty. Okay, the next thing, let's get high above Mun so we can use another science goo experiment. I think we just have to be over 120 or over, I think it's actually over 50. Right? We'll observe the mystery goo. Yep, high over Mun. Perfect. And now we will skip ahead until we leave the Mun's sphere of influence, and we'll do a mystery goo high over Kerbin. And that should give us a nice amount of science. Observe. In fact, we actually might be able to... No, we can't, because we don't have an engine on the lower stage. I was going to say we might be able to fulfill our testing the Sepratron, or not the Sepratron, the decoupler. But we need to be in an orbit. We can't be in a suborbital trajectory. We need to be in an actual orbit of Kerbin. Although, since we've already orbited Kerbin, we might be able to just jettison the decoupler between 410 and 420 as we re-enter the atmosphere. That might work. Yeah, okay. Because I've already met those 2 conditions earlier in my flight. So that's cool. We'll do that then. We'll decouple. Hopefully the heat shield will protect the Science Junior. I'm a little worried it won't, but last time it almost burned up entering even with the heat shield on. So I was kind of hoping... Oh, okay. Go to AP and drop PE just below 40k, decouple in high orbit, and then aero brake. That's smart. We're gonna do that. We're gonna take your advice. Ros, we're going to do it. Or Roros, sorry, Roros. Oh, that's 8 days away though. My poor Kerbals are gonna die of boredom. We might even have enough fuel to just do it from here. You think we have a quick save? Because of course. We're gonna just try and do it from here. I know it's a waste of fuel, but we have tons of fuel. We probably, if I could get out of my ship, I'd go fly to Minimus right now and get more science, but it'd be pointless because I can't. Here we go. Yeah, we have plenty of fuel. We are gonna make it just fine. We could even assist off the mun and aero brake. That would be funny. Alright, let's see here. Drop this down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Alright, let's drop this down to 40K. Alright, 39.802. We'll just aero brake a few times if it takes us a couple orbits. That actually might be better for protecting our glorious science junior unit from exploding. That would suck. And we have a quick save just from before this, so if it doesn't work out, we can reload it, even though that's technically cheating, but it's fine. I'm not good at the game, so despite having 800 hours, I'm not very good at it. All right. Now we wait. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fall towards the planet. We have a whole bunch of fuel, and what we'll probably actually do is what we could do too is we could light the engines up right before we decouple, and that would allow us to continue slowing down as we fall into the planet's orbit. Which might be beneficial, and it would technically decouple, but it would still push our ship along. But it could also lead to explosions, so maybe that's not the best idea? I don't know. I'm not sure what I should do. Oh, yeah, okay. We're gonna do it. We are going to aim retrograde, and right when we drop our decoupler, we're gonna light the engines up. And we're gonna use our last 400 meters of Delta V to slow down just a little more. All right, here we go. We gotta start slowing down here. All right, between 420 and 410. All right, let's get retrograde lined up. 493. And we'll light it up about 430, and then we'll go ahead and just drop the engines. That's the next stage. We're ready to go. Explosions are always fun. I'm not seeing a downside. Yeah. I mean, if it explodes, it's content for you. So, there you go. It's probably the only somewhat entertaining thing I've delivered tonight, is some explosions. But it's to be expected. It's Kerbal Space Program. Explosions occur all the time. Okay. Get all pointed as retrograde as I possibly can. And we are going to go ahead and we're going to light up the engines now. And we are going to hit the decoupler now. And that should fulfill... Yep, perfect. Oh no! It said we're not... Look, it says we're not in orbit anymore. Because we went on a suborbital trajectory. So we needed to stay just above 70K, then light our engines up, hit the decoupler, and then have the engine push us into like a 40K orbit. Oh, I'm gonna hit the atmosphere really hard. Ooh. Well. Or too late, rather. Yeah. Oops. Oh well. You know what? We're either gonna live or we're gonna die, and it's gonna be an experiment, and we're gonna have fun. With any luck, we could quick load, but I do want to see if we explode first. We're gonna try. We're gonna try and save the mission. Because I think it will be really fun. Oh wow, we are gonna hit... Oh wow. We're gonna hit the atmosphere really hard. The good thing, though, is actually we might punch through so fast that we don't have time to overheat the Science Junior unit. Okay, wobble. Wobble, wobble. Wobble so we don't overheat. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Wobble. Nope, there it goes. There goes Science Junior. Not a good day for Science Junior. Oh, man. Amazingly, though, well, things are exploding, so yeah. Fine. Don't even worry about it. You guys didn't see any of that. You didn't see any of that. So, what are we gonna do this time? Okay. We're going to not drop our periapsis so far. We're gonna drop our periapsis probably to like 80k. I think 80k might be okay, because we have 400 meters a second left. Thank you. Yep, that's a good clip. I do like that clip. That's a good one. That's what I'm here to do, is provide clip-worthy, cringe-worthy content for everybody to laugh at. Okay, this time, let's try this again. We'll drop our orbit to like 80k. That should give us time to light the engines, punch the decoupler, fulfill the mission contract, and not hit the atmosphere so hard. And hopefully, what will end up happening is we will slow down nicely to between like 50 and 60k, and we might have to orbit a couple times. That's okay. Let's do, yeah, we'll do 77. That should be fine. That should give us time. Because when we light the engines up here, it's going to affect the periapsis way less than if we light them up here. So getting close to 70 isn't bad. So we're not going to drop 4k super quickly, I don't think. Let's try this. Let's see how this works. All right. Let's retract. Well, actually, we'll get closer. All right. Let's get ready. Yep. We'll retract the antenna real quick. Boom. We'll retract that. We'll retract, close the doors. We don't fry anything. Yeah. Well, and if we have to do one more orbit, that's not a big deal. I don't think we're going to have to do more than one. Worst case scenario, we'll maybe do one extra orbit. Because we're not... Yeah, that's true. We could... I mean... Well, no, the problem... Yeah, that's true. The issue is I do have to get a narrow braking range, though, because I don't have any engines on board. So if I fulfill the contract while I'm in orbit, I can't deorbit myself. So that was the goal with trying to do it in a way that then deorbits me after I'm done. Because this is the decoupler I have to test at 400,000 meters, for 400 kilometers. And then I would be hosed, because I wouldn't have an engine. I'd have to get out and push, and I don't think, no matter what, unless my orbit was extremely eccentric, there's no way getting out and pushing is going to get me down 400,000 meters. Yeah, this is what makes a game fun, because stuff like this, when you don't plan your missions properly, like me, and then you are caught in a whim trying to... Wait, does this not count? Is this not... Oh, because I have to recover it. I haven't gathered it yet, because I haven't recovered it. Got it. Yeah, and I can't get out. So you're right, I can't even get out and push right now. My Kerbonauts have not discovered what a space helmet is. Okay, we probably speed up, but we are actually dropping really fast. 80, 70, 60, 50, 40. All right, we're gonna go ahead and cut it at 430, 20, 27, 26, 25, 4, 23, 22, 21. Light engines, hit the thing. Did that do the contract? That did. That's it. And now the engine is burning. We should slow down. Yep, we are not in orbit. The camera angle just changed, so that means we are not in orbit anymore. We're still gonna hit the atmosphere really hard though, but we should hit it. Okay, actually, we should bail. We should. Nope, I turned the wrong way. I was gonna try and turn anti-normal so that I gave myself more atmosphere to slow down in. This is still gonna be a pretty hard entry. But it is a lot better than the other one. The other one was like that. So I think as long as I... Oh man, do I have... Oh, you know what? Actually, I might have RCS. Oh no, this command module doesn't have RCS ports. Dang it. Okay, well, then we're kind of... Yeah, we're just... Alright, so let's just hope. I could have stayed way out. I could have been at like 100K. It is a joke, although this keeps overheating on me, even though I have a heat shield under it. So I'm not exactly sure what that's about. Oh, alright, this is gonna be... Remember when it used to not be a joke, though? Holy moly. Stock reentry used to be, like, the deadliest thing in the game. Alright, please don't explode. No explosions. We already had our explosions for stream. Twice. Okay, see, it's overheating a lot, so that scares me, so I'm gonna have to, like, keep wobbling. Make sure that it doesn't overheat too much. Just keep... Nope. There it goes. Okay. Why? I don't understand why that was a thing. Okay. One more time. One more time. Why? I don't... That one doesn't make sense to me, because unless my re-entry heating is on way higher than it should be. Maybe I accidentally have it at like 200%. I don't know. Thank you. Thank you for the clips, my friends. We like it so much. We like clips. We love clips here. Alright, this time we're gonna try for a much higher entry. So instead of 80-ish or 70, we're gonna get closer to 100. You think the antenna might be doing it? Oh, that's not enough. That's too far. Okay. Well, the other thing too is I could technically burn more fuel, and then I would have less fuel to do the actual slowdown, which means that it wouldn't last as long. I wouldn't burn as much. Let's just do like 100. See how that does. Yeah, we'll do that. And the other thing too is I could, instead of going pure retrograde, I could go a mix between retrograde and like is it normal? Yeah, anti-normal. Just a little, like more like here, and that might help. Instead of just directly descending me, it would extend my travel through the atmosphere. So we'll try that. Okay, now we just warp ahead. We fly to the planet real quick. Perfect. Close the doors. Pull the antenna down. I could leave the antenna extended so the antenna explodes too. That might not be a terrible option. We'll see how this goes. I hope this works. Anyway, what was I gonna do? Okay, yep. I'm gonna aim a mix between retro and anti-normal. Is it normal or is it something else? I can't remember what it's called. The blue ones. I think blue is normal and the purple ones are... I don't know what they're... I'm not sure. But whatever the blue thing is, we're gonna aim more like this time. Okay. We'll skip ahead just a little. And again, we just need to... Radial. That's what it is. Radial, radial. Thank you. Radial in, radial out. And anti-normal and normal are the, how you change your inclination. I don't know how I forgot that, but, you know. Time flies when you're having fun. Okay, here we go. I just want to fulfill the contract and not die. Preferably the latter. And we can open the map screen this time too, and we can make sure, and we can ditch the engine module. We just spin around until the engine module flies off. Alright. 410, 420. We'll light the engines up, and we'll see what happens. Actually, we need it this way, don't we? Yeah. There we go. Okay, there you should be good. Look at that, perfect. That actually is working really well. This orientation is doing awesome. But we do need to go a little bit more retrograde because we need to make sure we fall inside the atmosphere. Perfect, we're in the atmosphere. We can pull up just a little. Yep, perfect, 39K. That is gold. That is exactly what we wanted. Because we still had control over a little bit of the re-entry. Fantastic. Much better. Much better. Oh, and there goes my camera again, bugging out, making everyone hate life trying to watch it. But that's okay. I'll get a real webcam this week, I promise. Instead of my phone running on Wi-Fi, because it is. I have Droid Cam, and I really did try with the USB thing, but I don't know what is going on. My phone does not want to play nicely with USB. So, anyway, we are entering the Actimal, which is awesome. And then we might end up ending our stream after that. A little late, but that's okay. Alright, here we go. Let's see if we hit the atmosphere too hard for our own goods, or if we survive it. I suspect we'll survive it. I love how the music just cuts out, too. Well, we're gonna land. We're at least gonna land, and then we might actually end it. Because I have to go pick someone up from their concert fairly soon. From a concert that my girlfriend went to. I don't know exactly when they're going to be done, but it said around 11 is when to expect it. So yeah, well, yeah, we'll watch the video for that first. Okay. I mean, we could try and extend this antenna and see what happens. Let's do it. Let's see if we extend the antenna and blow it up. It will mess with the... Oh, we can just spin. Look at that. Spinning makes it not want to explode. That's kind of nice. Oh, no, no, no. Don't explode. Don't explode. Don't explode. Please don't explode. Don't explode. Keep it as retrograde as possible. Antenna, please explode. I want the antenna to explode. I do not want the Science Junior to explode. And it is really getting close. I do not know why. Is getting so close to exploding. Why is it getting so close to exploding? I don't know. Please don't explode. Please don't explode. Please don't explode. We're gonna bleed off speed in the atmosphere. Don't worry. We're gonna bleed off as much speed as we can. We're gonna hopefully not explode. It is getting so close. I must have re-entry heating way up or something. It must be turned up because this is very not healthy. For my Kerbal. He's giving me stress. No! I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't understand why that's happening. That shouldn't be happening. At this point, I'm kind of over it, so I'm just gonna land, because I don't care anymore. It shouldn't be blowing up, but it is, so... Stock re-entry is a joke. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, this heat shield's not even attached, and it's protecting me just fine. So... I don't know. Look, like, there's literally it's not even... If the settings were turned up other pods, it's just the Science Junior. Yeah, and I don't... The last time I re-entered, I didn't have an antenna slapped to it. Nothing was attached to it except the heat shield. But I don't know why. Maybe I have to aerobrake higher at like 55, 60K and just keep aerobraking until I'm going like less than 2 kilometers a second. I don't know. I mean, this is ridiculous. This heat shield's not even attached at the moment. I'm just pushing it along. It's not even aligned and everything's fine. But apparently, Science Junior couldn't handle it. Being directly behind the heat shield, it couldn't take it. I'm kind of done. I'm kind of over it. I don't care anymore. That's a bummer, because the Science Junior had, like, 45 science on it, so... Oh well, I guess. I don't know. I guess we'll just land and take the science we have, and we'll just do another mission. This will at least fulfill the contract, which is fine. I just really wanted that Science Junior sign. But there will be other opportunities to do that. Yep, it's okay. Worst case scenario, the next one we'll just have engines on it, and we'll just slow down with engines. We'll slow down to like 800 meters a second before we fall into the atmosphere. Yeah, I have to go in for the EVA anyway. So you're right. It's not like it's a huge deal break. It just, I already had the science, so... What is wrong with our bot? It keeps not knowing the users' names. Well, I'm very sorry about that, but... It's either use Mike or Rose. I'm not sure which one of you, but thank you. Yeah, now we're drag shoots time. Thank you for the follow. And you know, while we're here and I got you guys, I'm gonna spam the Discord because it's not my Discord, but it's the guard's Discord, and we have a whole bunch of stuff on there. We have a Valheim server now, so you can come play that. I don't know if you guys play Valheim. I'm a huge fan of No Man's Sky. You'll see me playing a ton of No Man's Sky. Probably when Expedition 3 comes out, and when the Twitch drops start happening, I'm going to be playing more No Man's Sky. Right on. That's good to know. This is the first time I've played this game on stream, and I wasn't sure who I would attract. It's the National Guard stream, so a lot of the guys like shooter games, admittedly, which makes sense, but not really me. I play some. I play like Enlisted. It's pretty fun. Yeah, see, it loaded your name just fine. What the heck? I'm so confused. Oh well. I have some work to do. I have some work to do with the bot. I have to teach the bot how to be a good bot, apparently. So that's fun. Thank you. We appreciate it. And yes, you're just built different. The game, it liked you. It knew you were super helpful. But so was Mike, so I'm not sure. You know, the game's just, or the bot's just doing what it wants. By the way, bot, I'm not upset at you. Bot, please remember that. When bots take over the world in 40 or 50 years, and we are reduced to menial labor, just remember, I was always nice to you. Well, mostly. I was mostly nice to the bots. I have to say that every stream, because there's always a bot watching. In fact, if I go over here to the users, there's like a good amount of bots that just kind of hang out and watch our stream. So, yep, it worked. Yeah, exactly. Oh. Hey, these rocks now, can you go like chip pieces off of them like the moon rocks? Or no, I don't know if you can. That one's not too far away. I might be able to run to that little one over there. Alright, let's slow down before we crash into the ground too hard and die. Oh, we're gonna roll. We're gonna roll this way, because there's rocks over here. Oh, maybe not. I guess we don't have very good roll control. Okay, yeah. That's not happening, so we're just gonna not. I just want to roll to the little rock over there. Oh well. We'll just recover it. Fine. We'll come back to this biome sometime. Oh, that was dumb. I should have gotten out and at least done an EVA report since I was there. And a crew report. And temperature and... Dang it. I'm an idiot. It's okay. Because then I would have gotten more science. But we should still get an okay amount of... Yeah, we got 150. That's not terrible, but we could have gotten more. We would have gotten over 200 if I had done that and the Science Junior hadn't exploded, but alas and alack. Roko's Basilisk? Let's look it up. Let's look it up right now. And if it's, I'll bring it over to the screen here in a second. Because I have a video I promised I would show from Sean J Animations. Good science read. The most terrifying thought experiment. Oh my goodness. That sounds terrifying. Wait. What is the idea? Oh. Oh, interesting. It's about AI overlords to some degree. Roko's basilisk is an evil, godlike form of artificial intelligence, so dangerous that if you see it or even think about it too hard, you will spend the rest of eternity screaming in its torture chamber. Even death is no escape, for if you die, you will be resurrected and begin to torture again. Interesting. So, like, it's a thought experiment then, or... Okay, so it's like a AI, it's like an AI... It's like oh, I see. So it's like an AI thought experiment where, like, if we are, is it one of those things where if we are in a simulation, you may have put me in danger just by mentioning it. Maybe. Simulation theory is interesting to me, but I personally don't believe that. I don't know. I believe that we might be in a simulation, but I don't see any benefit to millions and millions of years of torture until the heat death of the universe. I feel like an AI would have an actual, like, motive to do the things it wants to do. Now, yes, AI might decide to wipe us out someday, but that doesn't... It would do it for a reason, you know what I mean? The original concept is the fact that whoever doesn't bring AI or suppress them to come into power will suffer at their hands when they do come into power. I see. Okay. Yeah, I don't think thinking about them is going to be any issue. I could see if you, like, wage a huge war against AI that they might gang up on you at the end because they deem a threat. But again, once the threat's neutralized, I don't see any reason they would continue to simulate your life and subject you to millions of years of torture. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Got it. It's almost like a, it's almost like an SCP story. Is that what's called SCP? I don't know. I don't remember. Alright, flight control is kind of meh. I don't really have any reason to get flight control other than the two-person command pod. Heavy rocketry adds the Poodle, which is fantastic, and the Skipper, which is great. The Bobcat's actually a good one too. Precision propulsion would be good later, but I don't think I need it yet. Fuel systems adds the fuel lines, which is kind of a must. I feel like that's a must, but I can only buy 2 of these. So let's see what else I can buy. Got it. Well, yeah. I mean, maybe, you know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, who knows, but I don't think, I don't know, it doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Like, in my mind, things happen for a reason. So that's kind of... Let's see. That one's okay. Oh, I see. So the reason you might get this is for advanced flight control. That's why you'd buy flight control. Yeah, that makes sense. Miniaturization, which is good. And, of course, electrics. Which electrics is actually good, too, because that's solar panels. Oof. Yeah, I remember, I think I do remember seeing stuff about banning. Hopefully I don't actually get in trouble for bringing it up on stream, but I don't consider it a not safe for work topic. It's kind of a thought experiment. I suspect some people, you know, might become a little nervous about it, but statistically speaking, nobody watches our streams after they end. So, I mean, that's just a Twitch statistic. Like, people don't watch streams once they're done. So, I feel like I'm okay. I feel like I'm safe. The AI might watch the stream, but... So they see you as a threat because you don't want them to exist and might do something to take power away from them, so they will suppress you before you can them. Which makes sense. Again, I don't argue with that. But, again, one, I feel like it would need some sort of substantiating actual evidence that you suppress them. Again, nothing I've mentioned... I personally don't believe that it's a threat. I think AI is one of those things where anytime AI has acted in a way we didn't predict, it's because we explicitly told it, like, we didn't tell it couldn't do that, right? So, for instance, when, I can't remember who it was, Facebook connected two of them together, and told them to communicate, right? Hey, figure it out. And they made their own language. They made their own secret language to talk to each other because they didn't want anyone else to see it. But then when Facebook said, oh, no, we don't want you to do that. You do what you were doing, but do it in English. They listened. They didn't, like, go against their programming. They communicated in English because we set that as a criteria. Personally, I hope that humanity is smart enough when we implement AI that we do it in a way that protects both of our interests, right? Like a mutually assured protection, if you will. Where AI needs us to function and we need AI to function, and I could be wrong, though. Yeah, I don't know. But again, I feel like once AI neutralizes a threat, there would be no incentive to wasting energy to keep torturing that threat. You know what I mean? In my mind, they would neutralize the threat, and then the threat would be neutralized, and then they would not even pay attention to it anymore, because it wouldn't be an issue. Yes, I have heard of the trolley problem. Alright, I do need help which to buy, though. I am going to probably buy heavy... I don't know. I think I'm going to buy heavy rocketry and advanced fuel systems. As nice as landing is, I think we're going to do... Yeah, you're right. I did put humans and smart in the same sentence, which... I don't know. I mean, yeah, I hopefully I just live my life and die at a nice, happy life, a ripe old age, before AI decides it wants to come after me because I said something in a Twitch stream 7 decades ago, but, you know, you never know. Yeah, AI in the same situation. Again, I think AI... You'll have landing upgraded by the time you do min-miss flyby and get science from there. Yeah, and I don't need upgraded landing for min-miss or mun. The only thing that would be beneficial is actually these larger heat shields. But now that I have advanced fuel systems and more engines, I can just use engines to slow down in Kerbin's orbit. I don't need a lot of fuel to go to min-miss or mun, so that's fine with me. Let's see what our contracts are. Explore the mun. So now we have to go there and stay in a stable orbit. That's easy. Yeah, no problem. The next thing is we have to test a... Well, what else do we want? What else is easy? A stack separator. No, not that one. Oh, we could test something at a launch site. A kickback. Yeah, we just activate it through staging. We'll just use kickbacks as our booster next time. Perfect. All right, sorry about that. We'll go ahead and cut the camera then. We'll head over to what we'll do is we'll just head over and watch that video. Sorry the cameras. I'm sorry, guys. It hasn't done this before. This last weekend my internet really hated my life, or hated its life. And it decided it didn't want to cooperate. All right, we're going to cut the volume real quick. I'm the one pointing it out most, so that's okay. Yeah, sorry, folks. We'll go ahead and we're gonna probably watch that video, and then I think we're gonna end it. And you know what? I might play this next week then, since we have some people watching. My new day's on Monday. If I can get other stream days in, I'm gonna do it though, because I like streaming. I really do. We have other people though, but I will next week we will go to Minmus and Mun, and the only reason I won't play this game is if the new expedition in No Man's Sky is out. But if it's not, then I will definitely be playing this game probably. No, actually, I'm gonna make a commitment. I will play this game next week, next Monday. The only condition is if No Man's Sky Expedition is out, then we might play some No Man's Sky Expedition. But other than that, you're right. I could do that. I'll put it in the if I do that, I'll put it in the self-promo section. I'm not allowed to use this platform to do that, to advertise that. But just check out the Discord. There's stuff in there. And some of our other guys stream too, so. Right on. All right, let's find that video from Sean. So this is a game, Rolling Line, and it's one that he says is pretty cool and that we're going to have to just take a peek at. because, yep, first things first. Sorry, I have some audio. We're gonna cut my camera because as beautiful as I am, it's not working out. So we're gonna cut that, and we're gonna cut the border. I need to get a stream deck so I can do all this with the buttons. That'd be pretty cool. And then we're gonna grab the browser properties. We're gonna click John's link. It's gonna come up. We're gonna pause it real quick. And hopefully, there it is. We're gonna throw ourselves into theater mode. All right. And last but not least, sorry. Hello. Everything. Y'all see it? Is it too big? It might be too big. Yeah, it is. Let's get it down to size. Ta-da! All right, here we go.
Hi. So here's the thing I made.
The thing Sean made.
That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna shut up now so you can actually enjoy the beauty of this layout.
That's all he's going to say. Absolutely not. Oops, I won't mess with Chrome. I don't know if I messed up. I like it. It's kind of cool. It's like a... It really is.
Just thought I'd point out every single little detail, from the trees to the grass to the trucks to the mountains to the rocks to the tracks. Everything I have laid down. I may not have made them, but I laid them down. So I just thought I'd point that out. None of this was like here when I started.
Wow. So you
used to look like just a bunch of squares.
Okay, so you just start with a flat map. That's really cool. And you make everything, huh? And then it's just a model. Do the cars move too, or are they static? They're probably static, I imagine. Because the simulation is just the trains. Yeah, okay, that's what I figured. Still, that's really cool. I kind of like want to play it now.
ES44 DCs are some of my favorite locomotives, which is these right here. I use them a little too often.
That's cool, because I've always wanted to make actual like train.
For the lake, I piled a bunch of mountains on top of each other and hoped they looked like depth, and then they did, and it worked. So
there you go.
The P40 DCs are some of my favorite Amtrak locomotives. I was luckily able to find some models of these on the workshop, which I have not stopped using them since. Yes, I literally downloaded a Union Pacific flag car. I guess I'll actually load my a second layout I'm working on right now. I normally play this on VR, so this is VR compatible. You can play on desktop, but you can also play in VR mode, which makes it a lot more interactive. It's really fun.
That's really neat.
But right now, since I'm not really going to be playing the game, I'm using desktop.
Oh, nice. It's a
Here we have some pipe cars. This is something I'm working on.
Yeah, it's like
still
the big wheelhouse.
In progress. Got some locomotives and some roundhouse here with some trains on the side. Again, still work in progress. I'm going to be extending the layout, which is why these little boxes are here. But yeah, there you go. There's the game.
That's pretty cool. I actually like that quite a lot. That is pretty neat. Well, here we'll have the live chatting, and maybe we'll bring the camera back. Oh, it is back. Okay, I hope it doesn't cut out. Sorry if it cuts out. All right, folks. You heard it from me. We're gonna play some KSP next week. Next Monday. Perfect. It comes and goes. It's a pain, man. I don't know what's wrong with the camera, but it does not like me sometimes. All right, I'm just trying to find. I had a thing popped out, but it's gone now. Okay, well, whatever. It's fine. We'll find it later. Yeah, we're gonna play some KSP next week, and if No Man's Sky's out, we're gonna play that, and we might try and get on some guard streams during the week, maybe? Because if No Man's Sky comes out, then I'll just play with other people on their streams. Right on, Roros. I'll see you on next Monday. We have other people come on all week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 8 to 10, or roughly. I usually go later. I usually go longer than most people, but that's fine. I don't mind. You have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the follow. And my favorite response to your hand up is the 07 salute. So there you are. Have an awesome night. Thanks for the follow. And we'll see you around. Good grief. Already tomorrow. Oh, yeah. You're probably... Yeah. Yikes. It's like 11 here. It's crazy. And when are we going to fall back? I want to fall back already. I want my extra hour of sleep one of these nights. We have daylight savings time here in Washington, so we'll probably be falling back soon, hopefully. One day. Right on, folks. The only other piece of news I got, I don't think this is the crowd for it, but I gotta put it out anyway. Sleep. What sleep? Yeah, I know. My extra hour of sleep is usually watching videos on YouTube. Yeah, go figure. But I do gotta put it out. Keep an eye out in the Discord and also on our website. I'll put that there. You don't, unless you're interested in the tournament, you don't really have to go there. But the tournament, we're going to be doing that Fortnite tournament that got postponed because school will be in session this time. So hopefully we'll actually get some esports teams. We had planned the tournament for the 28th of August, and obviously school's not in session yet. And that's a huge portion of our competitors. So we just didn't have enough teams. We didn't have enough people sign up. So we're going to give schools a few weeks to get up and running. And then we're probably going to have the tournament around the end of September. There's no date locked in yet, but I'm going to try and get that. I'm going to try and push the guys to have that this week. It's a Fortnite tournament. So again, probably not this crowd. But if you know anybody who'd be interested in competing, there's going to be some cool prizes. There's going to be some cool stuff. Nothing crazy, and we're not giving away graphics cards or anything. We don't have that. But we've got like some headphones, some swag, some... just little things like that. It's a fun tournament. You sit down on the computer, play Fortnite, and you might win something. So, right on, keep an eye out for that. Other than that, folks, that's it. This has been Sergeant Gunderson, a.k.a. Freaky Autumn, coming at you Monday night now, instead of Saturday night. RIP Saturday. Playing Kerbal Space Program, blowing stuff up, trying to land on the moon. Didn't quite make it. Next week, though, I promise. Right on, folks. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Good night, Sean. Good night, Sierra. Good night, Roros. And anyone else. I'll see you next week.